Distinguished invitees, head of the departments, faculty, our bright young students, and respected parents. It is with immense pride and profound pleasure that we welcome you all to this orientation program. Founded in 1980 as KL College of Engineering and recognized as university by UGC in 2009. Since then, it has been under the able aegis of President Sir Sri Koneru Satyanarayana Garu. It has built an enduring legacy at the confluence of education and research. Across disciplines and decades, that legacy has grown not merely by addition but by genuine convergence. Each field enriching the next, each achievement laying the foundation that one follows. To all the aspiring engineers here today, you have stand at the threshold of the world defined by possibilities. As you embark on this new chapter, you will encounter a diverse and dynamic environment. Hence, this program has been designed with precisely the journey in mind to acquaint you with the values that define our university, the resources that will support you, and the opportunities that await your ambition, so that your transition into this university life is not just smooth but genuinely transformative. With this honored acknowledgement, we once again welcome you all to this program. And now, with great pride, I have the honor of inviting our esteemed dignitaries onto the dais. I invite Dr. V. Krishna Reddy Garu, Principal, Freshman Engineering Department, onto the dais. It is Sir's steady hand that has guided the first year students through their earliest, most formative steps that sets the tone that all follows. Welcome, sir. May I now invite Dr. A. Jagdish Garu, Director, Freshman Engineering Department and Chief Coordinating Officer, to grace the dais. Under his leadership, the Freshman Engineering Department has grown into the benchmark of discipline, academic rigor, a wider the university looks for inspiration. Welcome, sir. I invite Dr. A. Srinath Garu, Dean Skill and Student Progression, onto the dais. In embedding skill building to the every rhythm of student life, Sir has shown quietly but consistently that excellence no matter is a chance but as an habit. Welcome, sir. I invite Professor Subbarao Garu onto the dais. His rigorous administrative governance and principal ethical stature from indispensable bridge across which the institution's loftiest ideas are transformed into accomplished realities. Welcome, sir. I extend a gracious and hearty welcome to our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. K. Rajashekar Rao Garu, onto the dais. His unending resolve in galvanizing our academic infrastructure, pedagogical architecture, once more exemplifies that illustrious and enduring confluence of his administrative sagacity. Welcome, sir. With a deep sense of pride, I extend heartfelt invitation to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. G. Pardasarthi Varma Garu, to grace the dais. It is under his resolute direction that this university has surged from triumph to triumph, establishing a benchmark of academic distinction and university's glory. Welcome, sir. I thank once again all the dignitaries for gracing the dais. With the dais now graced by an honored guest, let us proceed to the most anticipated part of this ceremony, words of wisdom and guidance from our distinguished speaker. Our first dignitary speaker has been a guiding force behind the Freshman Engineering Department. With his warmth, wisdom, unwavering sense of support, he continues to shape the foundation experience of thousands of students year by year. I am deeply honored to invite Dr. A. Jagdish Garu, Director, Freshman Engineering Department and Chief Coordinating Officer, to deliver a welcome note to the gathering, sir.
A very good morning to all of you. Honorable VC, Professor Pardasarthi Varma Garu, beloved Pro VC, Dr. Rajashekar Garu, and other dignitaries on the dais of the dais, and parents and my dear students. A hearty welcome to all of you from the core of our hearts of the management, staff, and your senior students. I congratulate all the students who could able to secure admission in this great university. And at the same time, I express my deep gratitude and thankfulness to all the parents for choosing our institution for the career of your wards, your daughters and sons. Thank you, sirs and madam. So, as is being announced, FED, Freshman Engineering Department, that is which I head along with my principal, Dr. Krishna Reddy, and we have 7 departments under this FED. First is Basic Engineering Sciences 1, headed by Dr. Harita. This department deals with all computer-related subjects in the first year. I think that there are around 3, first semester 1 and second semester 2 subjects. And second department is BES 2, Basic Engineering Sciences 2, headed by Dr. Bal Subramaniam, and is also associate coordinator. And most probably for all the students here, please see the face again. He is he's the one who will you be approaching for most of your problems after the counselor. Next, we have mathematics headed by Dr. T. Srinivas Rao is there. And we have English headed by Dr. Divya, she is there. And physics headed by Dr. Swapna. And chemistry headed by Dr. Venkatesh Rao. And last, not the last, but not the least, we have another department, Value Education Cell, headed by Dr. One is there? Okay, he must be having a class. Dr. Pawan Kumar. This is one important cell which deals with any problem students are having, because before I go further, how many non-Telugu speaking people are here? Oh, today a lot of people from other states. So I'll continue in English only. Sometimes maybe a few sentences for the sake of the parents of Telugu students who cannot understand English. I'll be speaking a couple of sentences. Otherwise, continue that. This psychology department, at least students will be able to understand me. The psychology department, value education cell or the psychology department, which we call it, deals with all the problems student faces. That is, if they have stress, examination fear, homesickness, they feel alone. First time you are coming out of your houses, most of you. మొదటిసారి వస్తున్నారు పేరెంట్స్ దూరంగా. సో ఆ ఫీలింగ్ ఉండొచ్చు. అట్లాంటివన్నీ ఏదున్నా కానీ మేము కౌన్సిల్ చేసి ఓకే వాళ్ళని వీ ఫీల్ దే ఆర్ ఎట్ హోమ్ అండ్ స్ట్రెస్. ఒక 12 years you are studied in one particular way and it depends on the remembrance power. ఓకే జ్ఞాపక శక్తి మీద డిపెండ్ చదువుతారు. దట్స్ నాట్ సఫిషియంట్ ఇన్ ఇంజనీరింగ్లో అది కాదు, సరిపోదు. సో ఆ స్ట్రెస్ డెవలప్ అవ్వచ్చు. సో టు డ్రైవ్ అవే ద స్ట్రెస్, దిస్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ హెల్ప్స్ all the students, and in detail to tell about what actually the activities that you have taken. My subsequent speakers will talk to you about that. Okay. So this is the introduction of the department, and then comes the major couple of points which I'll tell everyone. That is, first is about the ragging. Especially my friends from North India may heard a hell of a lot of things about the ragging. Let me assure myself, my dears, there is no ragging in this institution. We have not heard of ragging in KLUniversity for more than 25 years. Not a single case was ever came up. So, parents avaru kangar badakarledu. And second thing is, in FED, every 20 student is allocated with a counselor. ప్రతి 20 మంది స్టూడెంట్కి ఒక కౌన్సిలర్ని పెడతాం మేము. వాళ్ళకి ఏ ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నా లేకపోతే వాళ్ళతో ఏదున్నా దే విల్ బీ టచ్ విత్ పేరెంట్స్తో టచ్లో ఉంటారు. ఫస్ట్ సెమిస్టర్లో ఎవ్రీ వీక్ ఆర్ 15 డేస్కి ఒకసారి మినిమం మీ పేరెంట్స్తో మాట్లాడతారు. లేటర్ ఆన్ every 15 days they will be speaking to the parents, and పేరెంట్స్కి అన్ని వాళ్ళ పిల్లల గురించి దే విల్ బీ టెల్లింగ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్, హౌ దే ఆర్ ఫేరింగ్, అటెండెన్స్ ఎట్టుంది, ఎగ్జామ్లో ఎట్లా ఉన్నాయి, ఏముంది. మీకేమన్నా మీ పిల్లలు వాళ్ళకి ఏమన్నా అన్కంఫర్ట్ ఆర్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇన్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఎనీథింగ్ మాకు చెప్పలేక డైరెక్ట్గా మీకు చెప్పుంటే మీరు ఇమీడియట్గా కౌన్సిలర్ అని చెప్పండి. అతనే 90% ఆఫ్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అక్కడే సాల్వ్ అవుతాయి. లేదంటే వాళ్ళు కన్సర్న్ హెచ్ఓడి దగ్గరికి వెళ్తారు, లేదంటే it will be taken to the principal or to me. So there will not be any problem. మీ పిల్లలు మా దగ్గర ఇంటి దగ్గర ఉన్నంత ఇదిగా సేఫ్గానే ఉంటారు. So please do not get worried. All of my friends from North India, as I was telling in Telugu, every 20 students is allocated with a counselor. And this counselor will be in touch with your parents. And every day it is being monitored. One day, one period if you miss and the WhatsApp message, it will go to your parent. పేరెంట్స్ అందరికీ ఇమీడియట్గా మెసేజ్ వచ్చేస్తుందండి ఒక్క పీరియడ్ మిస్ అయినా, మీ వాడు ఆబ్సెంట్ అయినా. ఓకే, సో ప్లీజ్ బీ వెరీ రెగ్యులర్ బికాజ్ వీఆర్ స్ట్రిక్ట్ అబౌట్ ద అటెండెన్స్. నాట్ ఓన్లీ దట్, అవర్ హాల్ మార్క్ అండ్ అవర్ ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ ఈజ్ డిసిప్లిన్, దెన్ కమ్స్ ద అకాడమిక్స్, దెన్ కమ్స్ ద ప్లేస్మెంట్. ఫస్ట్ ఇన్ KLU is famous since inception for the discipline. We are number one in maintaining the discipline. We do not tolerate any indisciplined activities. Okay? So, ekkada don't involve in any of these indisciplined activities. Immediately, you will be landing up in soup in the next 4 years. Okay? So, మీ పిల్లలు డిసిప్లిన్లో ఉన్నంతకాలం మీ పిల్లలు బ్రహ్మాండంగా బయటకు వస్తారు విత్ మినిమం 2-3 జాబ్ ఆఫర్స్ ఇన్ యువర్ పాకెట్. హౌ అనేది మా తర్వాత స్పీకర్స్ చెప్తారు మీకు. సో ప్లీజ్, అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్ ఫర్ ఎస్పెషల్లీ ది స్టూడెంట్స్ అండ్ ది పేరెంట్స్ ఆల్సో. First, North Indian students, let me talk to you. During Diwali and Chhat Puja, you people have the habit of going home and you say that it takes 2 days to go, 2 days to come and all that. That will not do, because maintaining 85% means if you are absent for more than 10 days in a regular semester and more than a week in a tri-semester, you may be detained in that particular subject. You will have to read it again, study it again, sitting in the classes. So, మీ తెలుగు పేరెంట్స్ మీకు చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే ఇంట్లో చిన్న చిన్న ఫంక్షన్స్ జరుగుతాయి, లేకపోతే ఏదైనా ఇది ఉండదు, ఎవరన్నా దగ్గర చుట్టాలు ఎవరన్నా పోయినా కానీ ఇది కానీ, వీటన్నిటి పిల్లలు మీరు పిలవద్దు, మీరు రిప్రజెంట్ చేయండి. లేదు దెన్ మాకు వచ్చారు దసరాకు 1 వీక్ ఇస్తాం, 2 days మీరు పెరమతో ఆప్యాయత ఇంకో 2 days ఎక్స్ట్రా అని చెప్పి ఉంచుకుంటాం. ఇట్లాంటివి చేయబాకండి ప్లీజ్. 1 week అంటే 1 week. విత్ దసరా అండ్ డ్యూరింగ్ మకర సంక్రాంతి వీ గివ్ 1 week హాలిడేస్. సో స్టిక్ టు దట్ 8 days and 8 days. Stick to that schedule. And summer, it's more than a month. Okay? So be regular to the class and be punctual and listen to everything that is being taught, and there is no looking back. Your career will be very bright. Wishing and hoping all the best for you. Thank you.
So thank you so much, sir, for throwing light on various academic aspects and inspiring our newbies. I deem it as my privilege to invite the visionary leader who steers this institute towards ever greater heights of excellence, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Chi Parthasarthi Varma Garu, to address the gathering.
Very good morning to all of you, and a warm welcome to all the fresh engineering students and the parents to the KLUniversity. At this juncture, I congratulate all the students getting a seat in KLUniversity, and we are committed to build the career of the student. We have a track record of 46 years And we started the campus in 1980, and the 46 years, almost 70,000 students have been passed out from this campus. And they've been in the every nook and corner of the world, and sharing the workforce of the world, proven to the best of its kind, and that is the brand image of KLUniversity at this place. And they are given a good feedback from all employers, all stakeholders. That's what the brand of KLUniversity is growing, and the alma mater is the brand ambassadors of this campus. In this connect, I would like to tell you that all the 70,000 was flourishing in their career. There are, we see the varieties of people generated from this is, when most of them are in software industries, and vice president level, almost 800 are there in vice president levels, directors more than 60,000, and in the position of CEOs, there are something like 400 students, and different companies, and entrepreneurs, almost more than 1,500 students have started their entrepreneurship, and the companies were already started from this campus, and few of them are more than 1,000 crores, and few of them in Forbes of world companies in USA. They're in Forbes 30, actually Forbes 30, and IAS officers are more than 25, IPS officers are more than 60, and MLAs, MPs, film actors, directors, producers, whatnot, every field, and the government organizations. Our people are there in ISRO, our people are there in NASA, research centers, research labs. So everywhere, the alma mater, which was generated from this campus, produced from this campus, was taking the main responsibilities in this place. Not only that, around 8 members was sportsmen was represented India, and they been selected into the group positions in government. And this is what the variety of ecosystem has produced this many people out there. In this connect, I would like to tell you that you are into the same classrooms, you are going to the same classrooms, same laboratories, and following a different ecosystem, because those days that ecosystem is enough. Now skilling and new technologies is more important. So similar ecosystem with the upgraded skill technologies and future technologies into the curriculums in this place. I'm happy to announce that in our faculty, there are 2% of the faculty are in top 2% researchers in the world. Top 2% researchers will be announced every year. 20 numbers are there in top 2% researchers in this world. Not only that, every year, the first 5 in different specializations, ranks will be announced. Out of nanotechnologies, 3rd rank of researcher in the world is from our campus. 2nd rank of radars is from our campus. Materials, the 4th rank is from our campus. There are 5 numbers in top 5 researchers in the world, not percentage, it is top 5. It is their researchers in the campus. That speaks actually the research capacity of the university. We do the projects for the government. Almost 80 crores funded projects we already delivered to the government. And in the campus right now we have another 120 crores of projects are running at this campus. That speaks the capabilities of the faculty towards executing the projects at this place. Not only the Indian research organizations, we also work for European research organizations, also international research organizations also, and that speaks actually the capabilities of project-based activities we do in the campus. Other than this, we are committed to give the outcomes of the for the parents. It's one outcome any parent expects is, one is placement, second one is higher studies, third one is a kid should become a researcher, research organizations, government jobs, maybe IAS and IPS and all. And fifth one is actually entrepreneur. All these 5 platforms, we have enough strength, enough capabilities to build the career of the student at this place. 90% of the faculty, parents expects the placements. We are very strong in the placements. Last 22 years, we have given 100% placement for the eligible and registered candidates. We are committed to that actually. Not only that, we have built an ecosystem to have good packages. Highest package, last year it is 81, before that it is 72, before that 58. Like that every year it is going on, and the average package is becoming almost 7.25 this year. And that speaks actually the commitment out there, and 100% placement has been done, not only for engineering, every branch, every program which you offer here, 100% placement is compulsory in this campus. For that, we train you, we train the students from the first year onwards in different directions. When we gauge the student into their capacities, and we work out their capacity, and we find out which path, which career is best for them actually in this process, and we do that actually in this process. We do international placements also. From last 5 years, we're doing the international placements, and every year more than 200 students are going into the different international placements. And we also offer the foreign language for that actually, because that is compulsory. It may be Japanese, German, Korean, and French. And it is compulsory for the students to learn these languages for getting a good international placement at this place. And almost 4,822 companies are with us. They take the placements. When we are connected almost with 120 companies, their academies are here, the Center of Excellences are here, and they offer the programs. The skill department is very active in this process, and they do the different skilling needed for the students at this place to get a good job at this place. In this connect, I'd like to tell you that actually there is a strong ecosystem is to be built, which is now you're joining in the first year. By the time you pass out, it's a 4 years process, and which technologies are in demand, which technologies are not in demand, which has to be identified. And we have a research team to identify that which technology is going to give a job role at that time of after 4 years. That's what actually speaks. We have a capacity to build that ecosystem at this place. That's where this year TCS was selected, more than 1,525 students in the campus, which is the highest in India, that number, because AI has come up now. Job roles is becoming in demand in AI at this juncture, but we realized when the students in the final year, in the first year itself, and we trained them in this AI models out there. That's where actually they can pick up more numbers at this place, because the final year has been started right now, and in the third year itself, they got a placement of more than 1,800 students got placed in different companies. So far, people are already there in Amazon, Google, they're already placed with 58 lakhs packages, and not only TCS, Infosys, and every company visits us in this process, and it's happening because we already trained them in the activity at this place. So here, the scenarios are changing in this place. The future technologies are coming up. AI came into the picture. AI into the every hand of the people at this place. Now, Google search engine is gone in the mobile phone. Nobody is using the search engines, using ChatGPTs at this place. And everyone wants the data in ChatGPT, and that's getting outdated. Cloud is coming up actually, but activities to be done out there. Your apps in the mobile phone, that's going to be changed into the agents. Apps will be changed in a year to agents. There are a lot of scope in the industry to AI workforce to be needed at this place. Not only that, old technologies are being changed by the cloud, and servers are improving from file servers towards GPTs to quantum computing out there. A lot of scope in this process, and you can see that actually, you can imagine that actually things are going in a different direction, and future technologies are coming up. For all that, we are ready, and our future-ready technology centers are ready. Almost 80 centers are here in this place with the collaboration with the international companies at this place. Not only that, the healthcare is going to change in a different direction. Pharma is going to be out, and you're going to come up with a genetic engineering mechanisms out there in the next coming 10 years. And every treatment is going to happen through DNA and genes and gene technology out there, which is going to happen with the AI technologies at this place. Everything is going to change in a different directions at this place. For that, you have to get ready at this place. Not only that, the satellite launchings, rocket science is not rocket science. Now it came into the textbooks and came into the practice. Satellite launching is by the private organizations, Skyroot. One of the partner of that particular company, director, is from our campus. He's the old student of the campus out there. And in this campus, we're proud to say that actually we have launched almost 4 satellites, balloon satellite, CubeSat, and all these 4 satellites in last 3 years into the space out there. In this connect, we have excellency potential to do the activities at this place. And SpaceX is going to take it up in the next direction out there. SpaceX is, when rocket science is going to come up, and military operations or privatization, we are ready for it actually. All centers are here at this place, and chip designing is coming up to India, FABs is coming up, and manufacturing mechanism for electronics is coming up actually. For that actually we have Fab Labs for electronics, Fab Lab for mechanical, robots are coming up, everyone is using in the house robots. Now we are also preparing the robots at this place in the campus. For all this, drones is coming up, and drones are manufactured also. In the Fab Lab, we are assembling the drones in this place. So what I meant to say at this place is, for every future technologies, we are ready, and our labs are ready, our faculty are ready, our skilling department is ready to train you in this direction. And finally, training is not only important out there, there is a certification process is more important. Once you certify and benchmark your skill set, then only you will get a job out there. Certification is not by some organization, it is through a global certification called, suppose if it is Java, it is a Sun certification out there. If it is actually the Oracle certification out there, the standard companies, SAP certifications, then Salesforce certifications, then MuleSoft certifications, the AWS means Amazon certifications, Google certifications. So these are going to give the certifications out there. Those tests, our people will be writing the test out there, get their skill to be benchmarked with them actually. This is a continuous process. Every year 20,000 students of a campus qualify in global certifications. They get global certifications in this place. In India, it is the highest number in any university. We are the number 1 in 20,000, and almost in total certifications which is happening all over India, 50% of the certifications we are doing it actually. Our students are doing it. And our faculty, in the faculty there are 500 members who are already certified in all these technologies by global certifications out there. No campus will have not more than 1 or 2 members in the faculty. Now 500 faculty of our campus was certified in global certifications. When you are certified in the global certification only, you can train the students. Otherwise you cannot train the students, which a company will not accept it. For NVIDIA also, 12 members got certified out here. NVIDIA, our faculty is training NVIDIA certifications out there. So things are changing. For all that, any institution should be ready. We are dynamic enough to take it up in this direction, to build the best skills in this process, and we are committed for the building the career at this place. In this connect, industries also feel that KL is human resource supplier for any company out there. That's why they come to our campus. And not only human resource supplier, human resource for future technologies supplier is KLUniversity. That's what the industry believes it on us. Based on that only, they come to the campus and pick up the students at this place. For that, I really appreciate the divisions of academic departments and R&D departments and skill departments working together and making the building the career of the students at this place. So finally, I'd like to conclude that actually with one message that for a parent and a student, it's a right place. You have a lot of opportunities in the campus. catching up is important, and how best you catch it up, how best you utilize this in opportunities in the campus, and build your career is more important, and that's in your hands. And definitely we are sure that when our faculty doesn't leave you, and we will put you in that particular track and make you to build the best career in this place. Thank you one and all for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for highlighting all the promising opportunities available here and motivating our young minds. Before we could proceed, I invite Professor Harikiran Vegegaru, Additional Dean Academics and Director of Education and Research and Academic Strategy, to join the dignitaries onto the dais. Welcome, sir. And now let's proceed. It's my privilege and honor to invite a visionary administrator whose tireless efforts have significantly enhanced the academic landscape of our institution. With great respect, I invite our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. K. Rajashekar Rao Garu, to address the gathering.
So, dignitaries on the dais, our faculty, and respectable parents, and my dear students, namaste to all of you. I congratulate all the students who took admission, who got admission here into the campus, and also a sincere thanks to all the parents for choosing KL for your ward, having confidence on us. On behalf of the management, administration, faculty, and staff, I promise you that we'll be working to your expectations and see that your ward will come out of the campus very happily with a degree and as well as the appointment order or admission letter into PG. Before I would like to share some of the important points for all the students and also the parents. Before starting, just I think my name is already given. It is K. Rajashekar Rao, and my students and faculty used to call me as KRR. And here I normally take care of implementation of academics, whether it is classroom delivery or the laboratories or skill. The delivery part and implementation I'm taking care of, supported by a good team, followed by the campus placement training and the student affairs, and also the academic staff college. Academic staff college, the purpose of that is to train our teachers in the future technologies. See, here we are very lucky to have visionary management under the guidance of leadership of Sri Koner Sachinarayana Garu, strongly supported by our vice presidents, Havish and Raja and Nikhila. And their vision is one difference which is keeping this institute very, very ahead of so many educational institutions in India. The reason here is always they'll think about the students. Say, for example, the reports, so many surveys says that only 20% of the engineers produced from different universities or colleges are eligible for the jobs. Remaining 80%, they are not having sufficient knowledge or they are not going to get the jobs. So our vision, our management vision is to see that each and every student who is getting a degree from this institution must be in that top 20%. For that purpose, very recently, this institution started a new division, that is educational research. Say for this particular institution, industry, if they have any requirement, they look at KLUniversity first. The reason for it is, the gap between the industry and this particular institution is almost zero. Almost zero. Otherwise, what they need is, after recruiting the students, they need to give training. During the training period, they need to invest in the form of salaries, and also training is to be given. And after the training is completed, those candidates will be ready for working in the industry. But this particular institution, whatever is required for the industry, we are including here in the regular curriculum. We are including that as part of our skilling, and we are giving the required training. And if faculty members are not there, we are getting the industry people and we are giving the training for the faculty, train the trainers, and then afterwards we are using those trainers for imparting the required skills for the students. Say for this, we have a new division which is headed by Harikiran, the Director, Educational Research, and also another strong person who is on the dais, Dr. Srinath, the head of skilling, the Dean, Skill Division. These two people, almost per day, more than 16 hours they are working on this. Their goal is only each and every student going out of this particular institution must have the technology required. The requirements of the industry must be satisfied. So normally many institutions, they'll have a syllabus, curriculum, and then after 4 years, the student will be coming out. There will be a big gap between the industry and the institution. But here, because of these two people, always they identify what are the technologies required for the industry. And Harikiran, the Director, Academic Research, used to include that, incorporate that in our regular curriculum. And Srinath used to identify the skills required for the industry. And those certifications are identified and the training is planned and we used to implement, because why? The student is going out, who is ready for the industry, because why the industries are looking, and because why we are able to place 100% placements from last 25 years. So even in this year, as expressed by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, already TCS recruited and selected the biggest number. 1,500 plus candidates are selected with different packages. Average package may be more than 8 lakhs. So Infosys, the dates are given 27th and 28th. Like this, the industries will be coming and recruiting. But here, only one thing that is required is, we are claiming that we are able to place 100%. This 100%, what we mean is, the students who are interested in jobs and who are eligible for jobs. This is, and each and every student who is taking an admission, if they are not studying well, not able to pass all the subjects, he or she cannot get a job. So what we request you is, the students, you must be on your toes and try to follow whatever the guidelines that are given by your HOD or the leaders here, or the professors here. Okay? And before continuing, may I request all the students to please stand up. Good. Once again, congratulations to all of you. And I hope and wish all of you are very much interested and also love your parents. Am I right? More strength is required. Yes? Good. Then, my request to you is, say from your childhood, from your birth till date, and even in future, your parents, with so many sacrifices, they are giving whatever you need. And finally, you got a good admission in a great institution. What is required is a promise from your side to the parent. We should be able to give a small gift to the parent at the end of 4th year. That gift is not with money, a satisfaction. If you are able to complete your degree with minimum first class, and also if you are able to go to your house along with your degree, at least one appointment order with more than 10 lakhs package per annum. So a degree with minimum first class and an appointment order with minimum 10 lakhs package. If you are able to go to your house, and that will be the gift for the parent. They'll be very, very happy and they'll be proud of you. Can you promise your parents? Then turn towards your parents if the parents are available. Okay. And we need not be shy. And సిగ్గుపడాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. And if possible, touch your parents' feet. Otherwise, give a shake hand and promise them that you will be going out with a degree and an appointment order. Do that. Some of the students are hesitating, and you need not hesitate. Yeah, good. Thank you. Thank you. Please sit down. So for you, so many activities are planned here. Say to participate in the curricular activities or co-curricular activities, so many clubs, more than 80 clubs are in the campus. Even for example, for the students who are staying in the campus hostels, we have the study hours. Study hours means we are not going to maintain the study hours like your +1 and +2 level study hours. Only thing is, by 6:30, all the hostel students must enter into the hostels, and then 6:30 to 10:30 study hours are going to be maintained. And during this time, you are supposed to stay in your own rooms, and you need to work on your academics, either with your laptop, without wasting your time in social media. Okay? You should not move from one room to another room. And during this time, particularly when you are in first year, the faculty members will be coming. We'll identify different faculty members, and we'll send these faculty members, and we'll see that these faculty members will be staying in the hostels. And this information will be passed to you. Say, for example, a teacher, a professor who is teaching Java, today these Java classes are scheduled in the hostel. The professor will be coming and waiting. Okay? Separate class is not going to be conducted. Only thing is, those who are having any doubts in this particular subject, you are supposed to come and meet this professor and see that your doubts are clarified. Okay? So study hours are being maintained. My request to all of you is, you please utilize for any subject. For that matter, if you are having any doubt in any subject, we are ready to provide the teacher, and without any extra charge. And only thing is, it is you need to utilize this facility. Okay? And similarly, as far as the discipline is concerned, discipline is the hallmark of this particular institute. We are not going to compromise. And regarding attendance, already it is informed to you. Minimum 85% attendance is to be maintained. But many cases, what will happen is during the holidays or vacation, people will be going and thinking that, okay, one more day we can stay back with our parents, or few days we can stay back with the parents, and later we can be regular, we can maintain the attendance. But remember, health is not in your hands. Say, if you bunk the classes like this, and if your attendance is less, in addition to that, if our health is affected, if some more days are gone, finally the attendance will not be 85. If 85% attendance is not there, the student is going to be detained. And here also KL is having some advantage. In other institutions, if a student is detained, the student is going to lose one academic year. But here, without losing any academic year, you can complete by re-registering these courses during summer or as additional course, but you need to pay extra. And once this DT, detention, is there in your grade card, you will be losing the eligibility for the placements, or you will be losing the chances for your higher education admissions also. So please take care, and your attendance is very, very important. Your regularity is very important. More than 85% attendance is to be maintained. But in the case of health grounds, 10% of the attendance is going to be condoned. Say, for those candidates, because of health issues, if they are not able to come regularly, they'll be considered up to 75%. If the attendance is less than 75%, whatever it may be the reason may be genuine, but the student is supposed to repeat this course by paying the extra fee, and also you will be getting a DT, detention, in the grade card. Please remember this and see that you are not going to enter into that. Okay, so try to be regular. And also regarding health issues, if 1 week, for example, if a student is not able to come regularly, on the next day, on the reporting day, you are supposed to come and submit a medical certificate. Only that medical certificate is going to be considered at the end of the semester for your promotion, if the attendance is between 75 and 85. And if some student is not able to submit the medical certificate, if they come and submit at the end of the semester, that's not going to be considered. Please remember this also. Okay? So be careful regarding this. All this information our Dean Student Affairs will be giving later. With all the students, they will be sharing all the guidelines related to the discipline and all issues. But a general issue which I would like to discuss with the parents is, so parents, please, all our students' awards are very good. We know that, and you are very confident about your son or daughter. But one thing where we must be careful, as parents as well as the faculty from our side, is the teenage effect. Freedom is being given till now, till +2 level, the freedom, sufficient freedom is not given. Even if the freedom is there for the student, the age, there is no problem, no issues with the age. But here, because of the teenage, there is a possibility for the deviations from the regular track. They are not going to give you the correct information. Let us suspect the student, let us suspect our own son or daughter first, and ensure that they are not deviating, they are in the right track. So for this purpose, in the first year or throughout their career in BTech, we used to allocate the counselors. For every 20 students, one counselor, one faculty member will be there. And these faculty members will be contacting you and will be giving the information. But in case if there is no information from the university side, there may be so many reasons. For example, we have a counselor, that phone number is given to you. Your son or daughter blocks this phone number in your mobile. What will happen? We'll be thinking that we are sending the messages. Those messages will not come to you. At the end of the semester, if you come and say that there is no message, we can't help it. So let us not enter into that situation. My request to all the parents is, every fortnightly, every 15 days, ప్రతి 15 రోజులకి ఒకసారి ఆ కౌన్సిలర్కి ఫోన్ చేయండి. And you inquire about your students' regularity, attendance, or the academic performance. Okay? So that if they are in the track, fine. But at least my request to all the parents is, first 2 years, by the time they complete second year, they'll cross this teenage, they'll get the sufficient maturity. Later, we need not guide and you need not guide. They will work for their goal. So my request, first 2 years, please pay more attention, and having confidence is good, but still try to pay more attention. This is for the parents. As far as the students is concerned, my request to all the students is, say you'll be working for these 4 years, you'll be going out with a good package, means appointment order and the degree. But if your health is not good, you can't enjoy the life. So health is more important. So I request all the students to become a good or excellent manager of your own time. So we have 24 hours. Try to manage. So you want to enjoy your time with your friends, or maybe with your parents, or with social media, or so many other things. Okay, allot time, try to manage it. But many cases what will happen is, they'll spend time and waste time in the name of enjoyment in other things, and they'll neglect the academics. That becomes a problem. So because why my request to all of you is, 7 hours you reserve for sleep daily. And some students we used to get throughout the night, lights will be on and the students will be in front of a laptop or book. What's the use of it? Academic research says that maximum the student can grasp or understand if their study hours are morning 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. But night, throughout the night, even if you sit in front of a book or in front of a laptop, so minimum, very minimum will be grasped. You can't understand. Only your time is going to be wasted. At the same time, your health is going to be spoiled. So my advice to all of you is, you please plan and see that 7 hours is kept aside for your sleep, minimum. And then another half an hour for the physical exercise. Okay, say it may be skipping or jogging or some game or sport or whatever you want. Or otherwise, Telugulo gunjil deyadam antaru. The same thing is being implemented as super brain yoga. So many super brain yoga centers are being opened in the Western countries, like our physiotherapy centers. These super brain yoga is nothing but our pull-ups, gunjil deyada, where when we are holding the right ear with left hand, and similarly left ear with the right hand, and sit and stand. If you continue this for half an hour time, more oxygen will be taken and different enzymes are going to be produced in our brains. Your physical health, body fitness will improve. At the same time, your concentration levels will improve and you will be very cheerful throughout the day. Half an hour you spend for this. I'm not forcing you to do this. Any exercise in which you are interested, spend half an hour time. And then another half an hour time, you please reserve for improving the family relationships. Nowadays, our earnings are improved, increased. Income per month is increased. But happiness levels or happy index of the family is decreased, deteriorating day by day. So where we need to concentrate, we need to improve our family relationships. So half an hour time you spend for it. Those people who are coming daily from the parents, day scholars, you reserve half an hour. This may be night dinner time. Switch off all the electronic gadgets. All the people sit at one place, have your dinner, chit chat with each other, so that what you are expecting from the student, the parent can understand. Okay, what the parent is expecting, the student can understand. Many times we used to get some complaints saying that, sir, I am not interested in ECE. My parent forced me to join in ECE. And some students will come and say that I am not interested in computer science. My parent forced me because of the advice of somebody. They admitted into CSE. No, here you may be admitted into any branch, but you can study the subjects in which you have interest. That's how our curriculum is designed. So, interdisciplinary courses you can study. In which area, in which topic you have interest, those topics you can study here. That is the flexibility that KL curriculum is having. Okay, so half an hour you spend for your family relationships, and totally 7 hours for your sleep and half an hour for exercise, half an hour for this. So 8 hours is completed. And 8 hours you will be working here in the campus on all working days. 16 hours. Out of remaining 8 hours, at least 4 hours on an average daily, you concentrate, spend on academics to learn some technology or whatever the homeworks that are given, try to complete it. Daily 4 hours. But many cases what will happen is the students will stop studying. Only they'll come to the classes, attend the classes and they'll go. At the end of the semester or at the end of the year, they'll have 2 to 3 backlogs. If once a backlog, F grade or otherwise DT grade is there in the grade card, the eligibility for the placements is lost. So my request to you is, you please manage your remaining time and so that you become a good manager and see that you're going to reach your goal at the end of 4 years. So with this, I once again promise on behalf of the management and the administration here that we will be working for your sons or daughters. And I can promise you that a second parent, a parent away from your house for your ward is available in the campus. And if you have any problem, feel free to interact with the concerned people and we'll take care of it. And before concluding, I wish the students best of luck. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
So thank you, sir, for the thought-provoking and compelling address. Now it's my honor to invite a visionary leader who has been instrumental in shaping the skill development and career progression of every student of KL. With great respect, I invite Dean of Skill and Progression, Dr. A. Srinath Garu, to address the gathering.
Good morning to all of you, dignitaries on the dais and parents and students. Hearty welcome to this institution. Because I saw when you have raised your hands, North Indians and non-Telugu speaking students and parents are there. Let me try to speak out in English. So these, here onwards, from my session onwards, you will be seeing the slides instead of listening to us. So you can understand what we are expressing to you. Let me start with the most important thing which every parent and student aspires for, that is placements. At this university in 25-26 academic year, that is the previous academic year which got completed on 30th of June, we got the placements as 4,800 plus students got placed. With how much pay package? Average pay package of 10.25 lakhs. I am talking about the engineering students because all of you are BTech students, you have admitted into BTech. If I take into account MBA, BBA, BCA, MCA and other non-engineering programs, then the numbers are much higher and much bigger. All the BTech students, 4,800 students who got placed, they got placed with an average pay package of 10.25 lakhs. What does this mean? It means that more than 2,400 plus students got minimum pay package of 10 lakhs, which is a very good achievement on its own. And remaining also were not less. The median pay package is 8.25, means none of the students were placed with less than 8 lakhs per annum pay package. Perhaps from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, this is one of the institutions where we give this many number of placements with this much average and medium pay package. The reason for that is, you can see in this same slide here, in the central part, the global certifications done by the students. How many students have done which other slide lo koncham. How many students have done which global certification? Out of that, how many got placed? What was the highest pay package? and everything is explained. And at the the right hand side corner, you have the companies from which the placements were received, the logos of the companies from which the placements were received. So, dear students and parents, normal kill. To be able to get this, get yourself also reflected into this, you have to follow 4 important things. Your CGPA, cumulative grade point average. Majority of you are very well aware because almost all the state governments are also following this in the +2 and intermediate level nowadays. So you should maintain a CGPA of not less than 7 to be able to get the eligibility to appear for placements. Eligibility is nothing but like a hall ticket or an admit card. Another thing is you should have some specific skilling certifications done by you. And another thing is you should be having good communication and soft skills. Apart from all this, now in this current era, in 2030 when you will be graduating out, 2030 is the year when you all will be graduating out with the degrees and placements. At that time when you want to sit for placements, you will be having another important aspect to be fulfilled, that is competency in AI. I am not talking about familiarity in AI. Every one of you sitting here knows AI now. Every one of you can talk about AI, that AI is something where OpenAI or ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity, you have knowledge of various tools. They are just the tools. How effectively you will be able to use that, deploy the knowledge of your coding and other things and prompt engineering and generate some applications, generate some products using that AI tools is what is expected from you. The familiarity is not required, is not essential. The competence in that is required. So this is what we do from the skill development division. We empower you to get the complete hands-on in the AI tools through various types of skilling programs and global certifications. But dear students, I repeat, every one of you should maintain a CGPA of 7 and above. Generally what happens is, so far the 2 speakers or 3 speakers who have spoken, they spoke about the importance of attendance. Generally what we see from the previous batches of 45, 46 batches which have graduated out from this university. This university is 47 years old, established in 1980. We have been seeing 46 batches going out. In these 46 batches, general observation was there should be a minimum attendance of 75, then only you will be able to maintain this 7 CGPA. The reason is those students who are irregular generally either get detained or either fail in that particular course. 2 are different entities. Failing in a course makes you to reappear for the end examination of that course. That is sufficient. Detention is rejoining for that course again and taking that course again. Both will not be making you to go beyond 7 CGPA, which is essential for sitting for placements. So what is another eligibility is you should have willingness to sit for placements. Placements is one outcome which this university gives to students out of their choice, not upon force. No student is forced to go for placements. We take the choice from the students in the first year and keep repeating this choice till second year, second semester, or in the sixth trimester. And once we do this, we finalize the list of students who are all interested and eligible for students. If you see this 4,800 students who got placed, Total batch size of this graduated batch of 25-26 academic year was 5,600 students. That means the remaining 800 students who have not been reflected here, they were not interested for placements. They wanted to go for higher studies abroad, and few of them, around 150 of them, wanted to start their own companies. That is what we mean about. And hence, all the students who are eligible and interested for placements, they were given the placement opportunity, that is 100% placement. The meaning of 100% placement is interested and eligible candidates having minimum 7 CGPA. And one more important factor for placements is, especially the bigger companies, the product companies like Google, Amazon, Flipkart, Paytm, these type of companies do ask for consistent 7 CGPA. Means from 10th, intermediate or plus 2 till degree, the student should maintain this 7 CGPA minimum. Any student who is having lesser than 7 CGPA or lesser than something around 65% in 10th or intermediate, some companies, the bigger companies, may not allow to sit for the placements. But then generally, the service companies like Infosys, CTS, TCS, Capgemini, they do allow such type of students. So having all these permutations and combinations in your mind, you should decide to whether or not go for placements. But when you are going for placements, this university assures you that 100% of you will be getting a minimum of 6 to 8 lakhs package, and then above that will be based upon how competent you are, and there is sky is the only limit, because 81 lakhs was the highest pay package which we got in this 25-26 academic year, the batch which has gone out now. And that pay package surprisingly was not from the computer science or allied disciplines, but it was from the core mechanical engineering department, which speaks that every department can attain the highest pay packages. Of course, computer science has highest number of students placed, and the next immediate highest pay package was followed by computer science engineering. So there is no dearth of employment opportunities here. At the same time, in this campus itself, this building where you are sitting right now, 6th and 7th floor houses the lots of skill development centers in 6th floor and industries on campus in the 7th floor. This university is one of the only universities in the country which has companies running from the university. We have around 6 different companies: Webai Labs, Zero Labs, HCL, and then we have PCB manufacturing company, ShireTech. These 4 companies already started their operations from this campus. Now 3 more companies are in pipeline. By the end of this December, those 3 companies, so totally around 7 to 8 companies already are working from this campus. Each company takes a capacity of 100 to 150 students per year as internship students, and from them they finalize the full-time offers. Each of that company offers minimum pay package 10 lakhs per annum. So this is how we start building. Through internship culture, a capacity we are building where around 1,000 seating capacity of interns only will be there in the 7th floor. From within you, they will be working for the companies in their 3rd year ending, 4th year completely. And after that, basing upon your performance, you can be converted for the full-time employment from that company. So this is the way in which we are trying to groom you. We assure you from all these efforts that you will be getting a good placement. Now, to get the good placement, go to the sphere page. To get the good placement, what we do at this university is, in your very first year, after you complete, because it takes time for all of you to settle down, adjust to the environment and the culture of this university, it takes some 1.5 months time. By that time, you will be having your first mid-sem examinations. So in that at the end of that mid-sem examinations, we circulate a form to the counselors. The faculty members who will be attached to you, they will be given a form. That form is for the SWARE analysis: strengths, weaknesses, availabilities, eligibilities, and resources. I repeat, SWARE analysis, SWEAR. S stands for the strengths, W stands for the weaknesses, A for availabilities, E for the eligibility and resources. Basing upon the strength of the student, that is whether the student is highly strong in maths, physics or chemistry or English, basing upon that, similarly identifying what are the weaknesses. The student is having some shyness in speaking in the public domain, or is having low competence in grammar, or is having low competence in soft skills, or we need some more time for him to improve in logical thinking. These areas we identify as weaknesses. Now, based upon the strengths and weaknesses, combining both of them, we make the student understand for which profession or which career the student is eligible for. And basing upon that eligibility, we inform the parent and the student this eligibility, that your ward is eligible for a product company like Google with about 25 lakhs package, or your son or daughter is eligible for a service company with around 10 to 15 lakhs package, basing upon the eligibility criteria and strengths and weaknesses. Then we make them understand, you to be able to get this what we say eligible career path, the student, what available resources are there in this campus, where to get yourself trained, where to get yourself skilled, where to get yourself certified, how you should use these resources. Everything will be explained to you in this process. It will start in your first year after the first mid-sem exam, and it continues till you reach your third year, second semester. That is by the time you start sitting for the placements. And again, we do it again once before all the students leave this campus, that is in the fourth year ending, after the fourth year, whether the students have reached the chosen career track or not. So we complete this. So doing this, generally, the students prefer either employment or higher studies or a research and development or entrepreneurship. These are the general areas which the students choose. In employment, again, there are two possibilities. One is employment in the public sector, that is government jobs. For that, what type of competitive examinations the student should qualify? Civil services examinations offered by various state governments, or Union Public Service Commission exam, that is UPSC, or going for the Bharat's Navaratna, Mini Ratna and Mega Ratna companies. What type of GATE qualifications the student should have, how much GATE percentile the student should maintain, all that will be decided based upon your career choice. And the training will be provided here in the campus itself. The second type of employment will be in the private companies. In private companies, again, there are two types. One is a product company, that is those which provide different usable products to the community, like Samsung, Bosch, Honeywell, or your mobile phones which you use Apple. All these things are product companies. Even Google is a product, or Microsoft's Office 365 is a product. Like this, there are lots of product companies now. Flipkart, Amazon, and various other companies, the UPI companies. These are all product development companies. Those companies which work at the backside of these product companies to help the services build up, those are called as the service sector companies, like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, and several other related companies. In employment, these are the opportunities. Then coming to the higher studies, whether you want to go for higher studies within India or abroad. Within India, whether you want to go for an MBA after BTech or you want to go for an MTech after BTech. If you want to go for an MBA, CAT, MAT, GMAT will be your required examinations to appear. If you want to go for a MTech, GATE should be the option. If you are not so competent enough in GATE, you may not be ready to having that potency to get qualified in that, then you will be suggested for PG set, which the respective state governments will conduct for the PG students in engineering. So this is how we help the students. Then if you are choosing an entrepreneurship as your career choice, that is your own company you want to start, or your father's or mother's or your family business you want to join and groom it to the next level, the university has lots of incubation centers and facilities here. We have 25 crores of funding available from central government schemes through Niti Aayog and Technology Business Incubator. And we have these centers where you don't need to spend any single rupee to start your own company. You can have a free space, you can have the free manpower for 1 year, and using those resources, you can first start. If you have an idea, if you have a good product design in your mind, you can just start your company from here using the funds, using the infrastructure which is available in the L block, the library building. In the 5th, 6th floors, this incubation and entrepreneurship facilities are available. Similarly, if you want to go for a research and development, an entire graduation program called as honors through research is available. So how you should take that, all that my colleague Dean Academics will be, and the additional Dean Academics will be speaking about. So he will tell you entirely details about all these honors specializations. So before that, then another, please go to the next part. Next. So these were the choices of careers which your previous batches or your seniors and super seniors have given. And not a surprise, highest number of students, your seniors opted for employment, that too for product companies, that is private sector product companies, and followed by service companies. Followed by that, around 700 to 800 every year go for higher studies. Next. So this is the total count. 4,619 students were placed in 24-25, 4,704 students were placed in 25-26, 691 students qualified for competitive exams, that is CAT, MAT, GMAT, GATE and various other types of examinations, and 780 students admitted themselves in foreign universities. I have not given any number here for Indian universities because this university 99.99% students opt for higher studies abroad, and that too US, UK, Germany, Canada and Australia. Now majority are shifting because of the limitations in US. Majority are shifting either to UK or to Ireland. So these are the opportunities. In this university, we have a specific norm. Go to the next slide. Certifications. There is a mandatory rule in this university. Every student has to complete one language certification in English, language proficiency certification in English. We call that as LRSW, certification related to lingua skills offered by Cambridge English. First year, either if you are in trimester or you are in a regular semester mode, in either of the ways, by the end of first year, the HOD madam is here, English department, she takes care of this program. This lingua skills certification will be done for all of you from the English course itself, without having the need to spend any excess time or extra time for that from that course. Here language, English language is made to be practiced as a laboratory and skilling program. We don't have prose and poetry and dramatics like any other university college where everything is textbook oriented. We do follow a book here called as Empower, which is prepared and given by the Cambridge English community, and that book, at every page it has a barcode. Scan it, you will be having some things, you can put your earphones, something will be speaked out to you. You need to understand that and analyze that, speak out there itself, write there itself, or you have to both read and write. Like this, you have so many exercises in the entire program. First, that is why your entire English is divided into two courses, in first semester and second semester, or first and second trimester. So after that, you will be getting this lingua skill certification. If you clear this certification with C1 or C2 level of certification, A, B, C are the three levels. So and A is deemed as fail. B1, B2 is lowest possible certification. C1 and C2 are the highest possible certifications for lingua skills. If you are getting C2 certification from lingua skills, you are getting an equivalence that you will be exempted to write IELTS exam, which is needed for you to go get higher studies or even jobs in any European Union countries. European Union countries. They require IELTS exam that is exempted because this Cambridge English gives that equivalence for a lingua skill certified student at C2 level. So this is how we help you to get that, and that is mandatory certification which every student has to do. Another mandatory certification which every student has to do is in a specific foreign language. Either we are offering 3 foreign languages: Japanese, German, and Korean. The reason is, today Korea and Japan are the 2 countries where population is aging out. Highest number of people who have crossed above 60 years are living there, and they don't have any future young generations to support their businesses, to run their industries which they have started. And because of that, they are looking towards the friendly nation that is India. India is the friendly country to Japan as well as Korea. Not now, but since past 65 years, India has a congenial relation with these 2 countries. And India is one which is supporting the highest young manpower to these 2 countries. And I am very happy to inform you that last year, 128 students of present 4th year who were there in 3rd year at that time, there itself they got placed. After that, 1 more year of curation time is given for them to increase their language proficiency as well as get more technical knowledge through the trainings online provided by the German companies or Korean companies or Japanese companies in which they got already placed. 128 are already placed. Another 8 companies now have given their job opportunities. Now they have sent us the job notices to us. That means the another 8 into 5, around another 40 students will be again taken by them. So by the time they graduate out, I am very confident another 400 students will be able to get placed in Japan or Germany or Korea. There the packages are very high. Starting package in Japanese companies for a BTech student is 20 lakhs. Converted into Indian rupees, they offer in yen. But the 20 lakhs is not required for you to spend even a single rupee to stay and you spend your time there. Everything will be taken care by that particular company. Your accommodation, your food, your day-to-day expenses, all that will be provided. Traveling and other things also will be there. Along with that, the salary which you get, take-home salary which you get, is 20 lakhs minimum. Similarly, the German companies offer minimum 45 lakhs of Indian rupees conversion in euros. And Koreans, they offer a bigger salary starting with around 50 lakhs. So, globe is the only end for you to think. You have these opportunities here. And apart from this language proficiencies which I have talked about, every student has to complete minimum 1 certification in sports, games or yoga. In their 2nd year, the students will be given a choice to choose indoor games or outdoor games or yoga as your choice. Out of that, one is for physical, another one is for mental abilities. Yoga is a combinational ability, that is physical as well as mental ability will be there. So which one you want, you get yourself certified in that. Then N-1 rule applies. N stands for the program duration. You are a BTech student, your program duration is 4 years. So 4 minus 1 is 3 global certifications you have to do if you are taking a choice of regular degree. A regular degree in computer science or a regular degree in electronics or mechanical or civil or electrical, whichever branch you have got admitted, or biotechnology, N-1 rule applies. So 3 global certifications you have to do. Those students who are taking honors, they have to complete one additional global certification, that is 4. Totally, their N is equal to N rule will be there. So 4 global certifications you have to do. What are these global certifications? These certifications are not offered by the university or not offered by third party organizations like Coursera, edX, Udemy, or Khan Academy, or any other type of online learning platforms, or even including NPTEL. I am talking about. We don't consider them as global certifications. Global certifications are the ones where there is a academy established here in this campus. That academy is giving the training to the faculty in turn trains the students, and at the end of the semester, you have to sit for a global examination, certification examination here. We have 3 centers, Pearson View, and then there are various other testing centers here established in the campus. In this campus itself, the certification exams will be conducted, and the global certification is issued directly by either Google or Amazon or Microsoft or Cisco or Autodesk or Altair. Like this, there are so many 36 different companies who have established their academies here in the 6th floor and 7th floor. From that only you have to take the certification. Those certifications, if you are seeing, they are having a valid, credible, verifiable link available on that certification. If you click on that, its issue date, validity period will be there. That helps the employers, that is the company people, to understand that in which proficient skills you are having that proficiency. In that skills, for up to which time you will be able to have that skills, because those skills nowadays, their durations are limited because of AI. Earlier, if I make the student to get certified in cloud computing from AWS, it was valid for 3 years. Now they have reduced to 1.5 years only. Like that, there are so many companies which are giving validity tenure. So you should get yourself certified in minimum 3 if you are a regular degree student. If you are an honor student, minimum 4 global certifications. Just click on the link and just let us give them a glimpse of what the certifications are. No. So this will be provided to you. Go down. If you are choosing your career to be above 50 lakhs, then you are, go down, completely down. Slow. See, there are priority and star ratings given to some paths. For example, generative AI with large language models and agentic AI is the highest priority certification path. In that, GitHub Copilot Foundations will be your fundamental certification, which you have to do at your first year. NVIDIA will be your second certification, which you have to do in your second year in first trimester or first semester. Then Pinecone will be your third certification, followed by the Anthropic or OpenAI Solutions Architect certification. 4 certifications we have given for every priority pathway. If you see like that, there are 16 different pathways for every engineering discipline, whether it is computer science or it is civil, mechanical, electrical, biotechnology or electronics. Every part, every department has been given a pathway. And students have the option to go for cross-disciplinary certifications also. A student from electronics and communication engineering or civil or mechanical can also do AI certifications. Similarly, computer science students can also opt for some core mechanical or civil or electronics related VLSI or embedded systems related certifications. Provided you do all these certifications which are marked here, along with that, this university conducts hackathons called as skill palavers. Every semester there will be one skill palaver. Starting from, because you have joined recently, we will not trouble you more for your first year. At the end of first year, you will be having one skill hackathon, followed by this hackathon in every trimester or every semester once. There will be the hackathon. Industry experts will come here. Those experts will give you a problem statement. You have to explore the solution for that problem statement sitting with your team of friends, 4 or 5 of you sitting together overnight. Dear parents and students, the hackathon culture is imbibed here because the future hiring is turning towards hackathons. Cisco, for example, hires only through hackathons. Google hires only for using hackathons for its internship opportunities. Amazon hires only through hackathons. So that is why hackathon culture is imbibed here itself. Similarly, when the students join that company, there are instances where the person needs to work overnight, stay overnight for meeting a task, for meeting a target. So that is why overnight tasks are made to be practiced by the students. So there is a 24-hour hackathon. There are 36-hour hackathon models also. We call this as skill palavers. Industry experts directly will come and explain to you the problem statements. Once you solve it, you have to present yourself to the company, the industry expert. Then they will evaluate you and give you marks. Those marks will be converted into some grades, and part of that will be there. Every course which is having some skill component in it is having a third party evaluation. There is no course without third party evaluation. 80% of the subject is evaluated by the faculty who is teaching that course. 20% of that each subject is evaluated either by an AI tool or by a multiple choice questions or by third party agencies or directly by an industry expert. So this is how the delivery part is there. So this is the institution in entire India where you will be getting this type of skill embedded curriculum. I am really thankful to my honorable president and his two sons, Mr. Raja and Mr. Havish, and daughter Nikhila madam, that they have spent around 15 to 20 crores in past 3 years to establish these academies, to train our faculty. 480 plus faculty who are having these global certifications is not a joke. No institution has that. And we are very proud to have that faculty here. This faculty are certified, they have the skills. Industry will grab them and take them. To make them stay back in this university, management is spending another 5 crores every year to give them the allowance called as skilling allowance. The faculty will get additional salary for training the students on the skill sets. This is the only institution where you have the real industry skilled faculty members. So, dear students, we are ready to provide you every pathway and every successful opportunity in front of you. How well you grab it, how well you get adopted to it, and how well you transform yourself is left to you. Parents are always welcome to talk to the counselor, to talk to the head of the department to get time to time information on this. But at the last, I would also say that every parent will be given access to the ERP of this university. As a parent login will be given, you can ask your counselor if it is not given. After this orientation program, 2 weeks of induction program will be there. After that, registration will happen. Once the student is registered in this university in the academic programs, your login, you can ask the counselor, the parent's login will be given to you. Using that, you can track the attendance of the student in every class. You can track the mid-sem exam marks. You can track the end-sem exam marks. You can track the global certifications which he is doing. Everything you can track from the ERP. Similarly, your counselor will be informing you from fortnightly basis. That is, once in every 15 days, your counselor will be calling the parent and informing the parent. So this is how we try to provide you the students' progression and skill development in this university. I hope all of you have understood this pathway. Did you understand? So wishing you all good luck. Will you help me to help you all get through this and be in that 81 lakhs package list? Good luck. Thank you.
So thank you, sir, for emphasizing the role of skill development so that our students can build their career. Thank you once again. I am immensely honored to invite distinguished academic leader, whose strategic envision in education research and academic planning has been truly transformative. I extend a warm and respectful invitation to Professor Harikiran Vege Garu, Additional Dean Academics and Director of Education Research and Academic Strategy, to address the gathering.
Very good morning, everyone. May I request all the parents and students to sit back and attend the session. This is an important session, just like how important all the previous ones are. I also request all the students and parents to turn off their mobiles or keep them in silence so that you do not disturb the rest of the audiences. Now, this session is going to be a dedicated session exclusively on academics. We will look into how the academics of the entire program has been structured and what is the aim with which we work towards it. May I request the faculty who are here to advise the parents and students to settle down first. ఒక పని చేయండి, వెళ్ళిపోదాం అనుకున్న వాళ్ళందరూ వెళ్ళిపోండి, ఉన్న వాళ్ళకే చెప్తాం. Hurry up. Madam, can we close that door? No more movements. Kindly pay attention, everyone. So this session is exclusively on academics. Academic structure, etla build chestunnam. How do we build this academic structure? I'll try to keep the conversation in both English and Telugu so that every parent, both for the students who come from other states as well as parents who come from the regional areas here, they will be able to understand. So I'll try to keep the conversation in both the languages. If you have any ambiguity, you can always reach out to me after the session or even in the session also. You can put your hand up and we can pass on the mic and you can speak to us. So feel free to do that. So the entire academic structure is built not keeping placements in mind. That is not the whole purpose. Placements anedi ma aim kaadu. Placements anedi oka byproduct. ఒక న్యాచురల్గా ఆర్గానిక్గా వచ్చే ఒక అవుట్కమ్. We do not intend to give an offer letter to a student at the end of 4 years. That is not what we aim at. ఒక ఆఫర్ లెటర్ చేతికి ఇవ్వటం పెద్ద కష్టం ఏం కాదు. 46 years of experience ఉన్న యూనివర్సిటీకి giving one offer letter to a student is not a great deal. Academic structure build చేసేటప్పుడు అది ఎయిమ్గా పెట్టుకోం. దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ది ఎయిమ్ ఎట్ ఆల్. ది ఎయిమ్ ఇస్ ఒక స్టూడెంట్ని 360 degreesలో అంటే పూర్తిగా ఒక కంప్లీట్ హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్గా మౌల్డ్ చేసి సొసైటీకి ఉపయోగపడేలాగా. I understand most of them are non-Telugu people, so I'll try to keep it as much as possible in English. So we want to make a student as a complete 360 degrees human being who can build products which are technically strong, because this is an engineering program that we all have U4 engineering programs. So we want students to be capable of building products which are technically rich, technically contemporary, and which can be helpful for the society in an economical way. And to build such products, they should have the right mindset. They should have the technical excellence. So this is what we keep in mind when we build the academic structure. And what does this academic structure do? When we build it with this vision, what does this academic structure do? Is it will not just create students who can get an offer letter by end of 4th year. It will in fact create students who eventually grow into leaders in their organizations. So if you think we plan only for your placements, that's a false statement. We don't plan just for your placements. Your placements will be active from 2030, right? You get into placements when you graduate in 2030. So we don't plan for 2030. We plan for nearly 2035. Why? Because we don't want a student to just get into a job. We want them to sustain in that job, grow in that job, and get into a leadership role. That is the vision. So once you're a student here, you're a student here forever. Our alumni stay in touch with us, tell us all their journey details, tell us all their success stories, and they train back our juniors, our current students, so that the legacy continues. So placement is a natural byproduct of what we build here as an ecosystem in the university. Our academic structure is meant for that. And everything that you do on campus, everything that you do, you study, you play, you enjoy, you're passionate towards, you interact with your peers, you interact with alumni, you interact with industry, every little activity that you do in the campus is part of academics. That is how we bring a 360 degrees approach to this academic structures. And in this 4 years journey, the way we have placed your learning is the ultimate goal, as I said, is for a student to be able to build technically rich products that can be used for the society. So in order to achieve this, how do we build the 4-year structure is the first year is fundamentally on the logic building, the problem solving ability. Every student should have, no matter which branch you come from CSE, ECE, mechanical, biotech, doesn't matter which branch you belong to. You must have strong coding skills, problem solving skills, logic building ability. So our primary focus in the first year is on that. Today, a lot of people keep saying that AI tools have come, coding has no value, coding, all the software developers, they don't have to code anymore. AI does all the coding, so all the coding jobs are gone. These are all false statements. AI can speed up your work, but AI is not a substitute for your work. Right? If you take 10 hours to code something, today AI is doing that in 5 minutes. But you should tell AI what to do, and you should check what AI has done. So AI is never a substitute for your knowledge. And unless and until you have strong logic building ability, strong coding skills, there is absolutely no way you can get into those higher pay packages. This 81 lakhs, 1 crore pay packages, 50 lakh pay packages, 25 lakh pay packages, they are all for students who have strong logic building abilities. No matter what tools come in. There is AI tools today. There can be some other tools tomorrow. No matter what tools come into the picture, your logic building ability, your problem solving ability stands as the core base, the foundation for any student. And that is what we do in first year. The reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of students think that, placement is in 4th year. So it is sufficient if I start preparing for it from 3rd year, and then I'll be able to get placed in 4th year and I'm all good. I don't have to do anything now in first year. First year, second year is more fun, more enjoying, just like how movies depict, right? That is not the case. Right from first year, you must ensure that every course that is there for you, you must dwell into it passionately and work towards building your project portfolio. What is this project portfolio? A few generations back, even a few years back, what companies used to do when there is not so much of digital advancement, what companies used to do is, the way they recruited students is, they used to come in the 4th year to a university like this, conduct an exam, shortlist students, and then conduct an interview. And if a student can perform well in that interview, then he is selected. That was the procedure a few years back, maybe 5, 6 years back. But today, with so much of digitization, with so much of digital social media available, even for technology, not Instagram and all that for your social life, but there is a lot of digital media available today, social media available today, even for engineers, even for technology. With so much of such digital social media available, what industries look at is just not about whether you're able to answer an interview question in the final year. It looks at your journey right from your first year. Your digital footprint right from the first year till your final year is observed by the interviewer. So they don't come into the interview and ask you questions. When we were studying, or when previous generations were there, for an interview, only when you get into an interview, the interviewer knows you. But today, interviewers come with a complete understanding of your digital footprint to the interview. They know you even before they come in for the interview. When you're sitting there in front of them, they know who you are. They know what you have done over the 4 years. In fact, they can actually recruit you without looking at you. Right? So that is how the recruitments happen today. So it is important right from first year, we pay 100% attention to create that digital footprint through project portfolios. And when you create such digital footprint, you don't have to look for companies. The companies, in fact, look for you. Just the way people are curious, students are curious to look for job opportunities, companies are more curious to look for people who fit into them. So they keep searching, just the way you search. See, when you get into third year, you keep searching what are the new AI/ML jobs that are there which I can apply? What are the new full stack jobs that are there that I can apply? You keep searching for such jobs, right? Just that way, companies search for people who have those skills and they recruit them directly. That's the future. That's the present and the future of recruitments. So creating that digital footprint is extremely important. And that starts right from the first year. So two things I want to stress here is, unless and until you put that hard work right from first year, you cannot dream of those high pay packages. You cannot dream of that career. You cannot dream of that beautiful future you can have. So start working, start putting in that hard work right from first year. Along with the hard work, what else you need is honesty. Today, with a lot of AI tools, it is so easy for every student to get a solution for a problem. So today, getting a solution is not a big deal. I have a problem, I give it to AI, some AI tool, it gives you some solution instantly in 2 seconds. So what students think is, oh, if my teacher is giving me a bunch of problems, I'll go home, give it to AI, AI will give me a solution, I'll upload it, it's all done. That's so easy with today's digitization. But what you don't understand is the same digitization tells everyone that you did not do that assignment yourself. It tells everyone how fake you were. And the same is showcased on your digital footprint. So when you go for an interview in 4 years, if there are 2 students who go for an interview in 4 years, one student who was very genuine, who started working on problems, started with one problem, he could not solve it, tried it 5-6 times, and then the 7th time he could able to solve it. He took almost 1 hour for the first problem, and then slowly for second problem he took 45 minutes, third problem he took half an hour, fifth problem he took again half an hour, sixth problem he took half an hour, seventh problem he took some 25 minutes. And there is one more student who, for every problem, he solved it instantly. He never failed. Everything was so quick, so fast. So which student do I recruit? Which student do I recruit? I recruit the first student, not the second one. Why? Because I clearly know the second one was a fake student. Why on earth anyone be able to solve 10 problems without even failing once? And in fact, the person who failed knows better than the person who solved it instantly. So all that is observed as a digital footprint. The interviewer knows all this even before he sat in front of you to speak to you. He can see clearly how many times you could not solve a problem, how many times you tried solving the problem, how much of effort you have put in. So make sure you're honest with every approach. You can use AI tools, no doubt about it, but use AI tools to improve your knowledge, not to replace your brain. Solve a problem and ask AI, do you think this is a better solution? Can you think of any better solutions? Can you think I can optimize this code in a better way? If I can optimize it, then don't tell me the solution, you teach me. You use AI tools to teach yourself, not to give you a final solution. Keep this in mind. Engineering is not about the final solution to a problem. Engineering is the approach towards problem solving. And that is the reason why it is so important. Why did all the people before me, they were insisting so much on attendance? You might all have thought that, oh, why is this sounding like a school, right? Why do they want us to have 85% attendance? But you must also rethink that none of the BTech programs across the world are online programs. Why? It is important for students to sit in a university kind of a setup, sit with their peers, friends, and then work on problem solving. That's because problem solving is not to get a solution. Problem solving is about discussing various solutions together. So when you sit in an environment like this with your friends, with the faculty available to you, and when you, each one of you solve the same problem in 3-4 different ways, the discussion that happens among you is what is more important. That is the reason why being present in the university is more important. Right? So keep in mind that you're honest towards your approach. You learn from several people. You learn, even when you fail, make sure you learn again and again. Put in that hard work, put in that zeal, and go forward. Do not just use AI tools to create a fake impression within you that you're able to solve it. Right? So first year is all about that strong logic building ability. And also, it is for the fundamentals for product development. So we start off with product development. We give all the necessary fundamentals in the first year. So first year stands as the most crucial year to begin with. And then the second year. The second year actually does the product building. Second year is where you do the product building. So by end of second year, what we dream is every student actually fits into the industry by end of second year. They can get into an industry and start working by end of second year. That is the aim with which we have built our academic structures. To get into an industry and work is not the ultimate aim. That is what you are becoming capable by end of second year. Now, what do we do in third year? We get into a fine-tuning process. Students pick up specializations. They master certain areas of technologies which they are more passionate towards. And as a group, when they get into final year, when they work as a group with different specializations, they then build the world-class societal economical products. So fourth year is all about project work or internships. Third year is all about specializations and advanced content. Second year is all about the core product development. First year is all about problem solving abilities. That is how the 4-year academic structures are built. You might have this question, you might have this thought that AI today is so important. So is AI there in the course? AI is into 3 phases. If you do not have clarity, let me give you this clarity. AI is taught in 3 phases. Phase 1 is where students are able to use AI tools. that is there. Phase 1 is there for every program in the university, not just engineering. Law, BBA, pharmacy, agriculture, architecture. Every program in the university has that phase 1 of AI, which is to be able to use AI tools. Just the way I said, I solve a problem and then I can ask an AI tool to tell me whether did I solve it right? Is there a better way to solve it? So AI teaching me how to learn something, how to understand something is what using an AI tool is, right? This is something which every student across every program in the university is already doing it. It is there as part of every course. The second phase is where when you start building products, you integrate AI into them. You make the products intelligent. You make the products smart. You integrate AI as a layer into your product development. This phase is brought into every engineering program. No matter whether you're a biotech student or a mechanical student or an ECE student or a computer science student, we took AI till Gen AI and Agentic AI for all these programs. Integrating AI into your product development is part of all engineering programs. The third phase, which is the maximum phase in AI, which not all the industries are also up to the mark, is where we teach to build the AI products themselves. Like to be able to build another Chat GPT, to be able to build another Claude, to be able to build another Perplexity, a smaller version of it, and to be able to build a whole enterprise solutions around that. That is the third phase. And that third phase is there not just as an elective, not just as a specialization, but it is there in the core for computer science and information technology, and AIDS students. So AI is not a specialization anymore. All three phases of AI for CSE and allied branches is part of the core. So if you get that doubt, so do you have an AI specialization? That is past. 5 years back, 3 years back, we used to have AI specializations. But today we no more have AI specializations. AI is part of the core. Every student, when I say specialization, only some students study that. But when I say it is part of the core, every student in CSC, every student in CSIT, every student in AIDS must study AI to all the three levels. For all the other engineering branches, they must study AI till the 2 levels. They have a choice to study the 3rd level or not. If they wish to study the 3rd level, they get a choice. They can pick and do that. For all the other programs other than BTech, the 1st level is there. They have a choice to go till 2nd level. The 3rd level is not there for them. BCA, MCA students have the 3rd level. So this is how AI is deeply rooted into the university's academic structures. So do not have those doubts. Now let us get into, if that is all the academic structure is, let us now talk about the learning part. If the academic structure is so intense, how should the learning be? Let us first define what learning is. What do we think good learning is? If we want to define, if I'm a good student, how do you define me as a good student? Every day, I wake up in the morning, I be in the classes right on time. 7:10 the classes start. I will be there in the class 7:05 with a fresh mind, with a book and a pen. And then I sit in a class. My teacher teaches me. I do not get distracted. I make a note of every point. And then I go back home. I ask my teacher to give me a lot of assignments, a project, and then I take all that home and I start working on them. Right? That is what you define a good student is. That's good. No doubt in that. But there's a slight problem there. What is the problem? The problem is, what are you doing in the class? You're listening to the teacher. You're making a note of everything that the teacher is saying. You're paying attention to the teacher. What are you doing at home? you're solving problems, you're working on a project. There is some problem there. The problem is when I solve problems, when I work on a project, I actually need people with me. When I listen to someone, when I pay attention to understand what they are saying, I don't have to be in the class. I can do that at home also, right? Listening to someone, I can do that from anywhere. Parents and students, please sit, go back, sit, do not disturb us. మీకు ముందే చెప్పాం వెళ్ళిపోవాలనుకుంటే వెళ్ళిపోండి ముందే. సెషన్ మధ్యలో నో మూమెంట్స్. ఫోకస్ చేసి వినే వాళ్ళందరినీ మీరు డిస్టర్బ్ చేస్తున్నారు. Whoever is a security there at the door, make sure there are no movements. ఒకసారి బాలు మీరు చెప్పండి అమ్మా, వెళ్ళి క్లియర్గా ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇవ్వండి. రైట్. The problem there is, if all that I do is sit in a class and just listen, that listening can be done at home. Why do I have to do it in the class? So a good approach to learning is, whatever is the listening part, I should do it at home, come prepared to a class, and in the class, since I've already learnt at home, when I come into the class, I can raise the bar of learning. In the class, I should be able to work on problem solving, I should be able to build a project, and I should be able to discuss that with my faculty, discuss that with my friends. It is in the college that I have all these people with me. And when all these people are there, I should already have some knowledge. I should come to the college and then I should start working on all these aspects. If I don't learn any of this at home, if I come to campus without any preparation, I only absorb everything to a certain extent. My level of learning is only till a certain extent. But if I come prepared, coming prepared doesn't mean I understand everything at home. I'll try understanding everything at home. I'll still have doubts. It is these doubts that I should get clarified in the campus. You should start using your faculty for higher order learning, not for lower order learning. Faculty are not there just to give you definitions, some examples. Faculty are there for you to help you when you're working on a project. Faculty are there to help you when you're solving the problems. Faculty teach you, but how do they teach you? Through videos and when you're sitting at home. So you should see all those. You should read all the material. You should listen to all the lectures. Come prepared to a class. In the class, the setup should be, the faculty should be building a project and you should be solving it. You should compete with the faculty. You should ask them, so this is where I got stuck. How do I solve this? That is the new age learning. And that is what we call project-based learning. You might have heard a lot of your cousins, your friends from other colleges, they keep telling you two things. The first thing they keep telling you is, oh, CGPA is not a big number. Percentages, marks don't matter. How deep you learn is what matters. True, how deep you learn is what matters. But the other statement is wrong. The other statement is, the CGPA is not a big number. The CGPA, the percentages are not important. That's a false statement. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it a little later. The second thing they say is, oh, what I learn in engineering is something that I may not use it when I go into job. Learning in college is different. What I do in job is different. This is what demotivates a lot of students. They think that, oh, why am I learning all this? Why is my teacher teaching all this? I went with a fresh mind. I sat in a class. He's teaching me. But when I listen to him, it bothers me that, do I really use this? Should I really learn this? When I actually get into a job, where do I use this? If I don't use it, then what's the point in learning? What project-based learning does is, you will start with a project and you will learn to build that project. So everywhere when you learn, you clearly know that This is where I'm applying it. This is why I'm learning it. So there is no gap between what am I learning and what am I applying. There is no gap between is something that I learn, is it something that I use in my job? Yes, it is what you use in your job. So we take up project-based learning in all our courses to a set of students, not to everyone. Why only a set of students? Because we want those students who are passionate to do that in every course. So from last batch, Y25 batch, what we did was we segregated a group of students based on their interest. We don't segregate. Based on their interest, they come up and say that we wanted to be in this group. So we put them aside and we teach them every course in project-based learning. Every course. Mathematics, computing, AI, data science, embedded systems, everything in project-based learning. So the first class itself, the goal is clearly set. By end of this term, you are all building this product. With that goal, every day that goal is re-looked into. How much did I achieve it? By end of the term, I should be able to get the product. So what happens when I get the product? It is now part of my portfolio. I can showcase this wherever I go. Why only to a limited group of students? We started off that as an experiment in the last batch. Our eventual goal is to make everyone do that. So last batch, we had 750 students who opted for it. And those 750 students, they are one of the finest set of students from the last batch. They ask so many questions. They ask so many doubts to the faculty. Faculty come to us and tell us that, oh, today I took the class. It was so good. I felt so happy taking the class. Students have asked some really good doubts. So it is that kind of a joy that should be there in the class. But then to do project-based learning, what we felt was a semester system is probably not a very advisable system. Because in a semester, you usually do 7 to 8 courses, of which you may have 6 technical courses. Focusing on 6 technical courses every semester and to do projects in all the 6 courses is a tough job. So what we did was we made these 750 students work in a trimester model. A trimester model is where the same duration, how much duration that semester had, semester plus semester, 2 semesters have for a year, that year is now broken down into 3 trimesters. Each trimester, we teach them only 4 technical courses. So they can stay more focused. 12 weeks of learning, 4 technical courses. Each course, they work with product development as a goal. So students stay more focused and they work on product development. That is what trimester model is. When we started off trimester model, a few parents and students had this doubt. Is this an approved model? Won't we have any difficulty when we go out for masters or when we go out for jobs? You should keep in mind we are a 46-year-old university. Approvals are the first things we look at. We clearly know what is approved, what is not approved. So do not have that worry in your mind. It is our job to look into it and we are experts at that. So trimester model is one of the mostly approved process. If you look at some of the best universities across the world, in India also, they offer some of their programs in trimester model because it is in these programs they want everyone to stay focused and work on product development. BITS Pilani has some of its programs in trimester model. IIIT Hyderabad works on some of the programs in trimester model. These are some of the examples. And not just trimester, if you look at business schools, they need more focus. So they work on quarter model. So the 1 year is divided into 4 terms, not 3 terms. And in each term, they only focus on 2 courses or 3 courses. That's because that's the kind of focus they need. So we do have, so this year we thought, okay, last year The students, 750 students have grouped up. This year, let us increase that number so that more students take that opportunity. So this year, we are again asking students if their choice to come into project-based learning. There is overwhelming response. Make sure you decide on this in the next 1 week's duration so that we can start off your classes immediately, right? During the admission itself, we gave you this option of a trimester model, right? So both for CSE and ECE, other branches also have this option. If you did not opt at the admission time, you can do that immediately by getting in touch with principal freshman engineering, right? So there is nothing like you should only take it at the admission, you cannot take it now. You can do that. But what is important is before you take that decision, make sure you think clearly. What should you think clearly? Do I have that passion to learn? Do I have that passion to work hard? Do I have that passion to work sincerely? Am I interested in building products? Am I interested in making projects? If I can work hard like that, if I can work with that passion, that is when I have to get into this particular model of learning. You may ask me, sir, I am interested, I'm passionate, but I probably did not have some great marks in my class 11 and class 12. I was not 90% student everywhere. I was only having 70%, 80% marks, but I still have a lot of passion to do. That is why I joined KL. So can I get into project-based learning? You can, absolutely you can. That passion is what is needed. We will guide you, we will drive you. If you can put in that hard work, with passion, we can guide you, we can drive you towards successful completion of every course, right? So do not worry about what your previous skill set was. If you're ready to put in hard work from now, it is good enough for you to get into project-based learning in a trimester model. In this trimester model, what we have done is, we'll quickly get into the next slide to make them understand some numbers. Usually, every program in India and abroad is a choice-based credit program. What does that mean is when you complete, all this data will be given to you as a web link, so you do not have to worry about taking photos. It is also there as a live link that is going on now, so you can go back home and relook into this if you wish to. And all this data is given to you when we conduct orientation sessions to the students, right? So engineering programs, a regular BTech program, 4-year program, each year is approximately 40 credits. A student should get nearly 160 credits. That is a norm which across the India, all the universities follow. So our program, our engineering programs, they all sit at 163 credits, right, for your batch. This number varies every year, but it will be approximately 160, not less than that. So this year, with all your programs, it is 163 credits. That's for a normal BTech program. Now that in India, you see lakhs of students graduating every year in BTech programs, what we did was we started adding a quality aspect to it called as honors. The rule in India for honors is a student who does honors should have 20 more credits. So they study deeper with additional 20 credits. So our honors programs are 183. So for students who get into project-based learning in a trimester model, what we did was in their structure, without a need for any additional courses, while they do that structure, while they follow that structure as it is, they complete those 183 credits. So they eventually get honors through experiential learning. So we have 3 flavors of honors. Honors, honors through research, honors through innovation. 3 flavors of honors, not just plain honors. Along with plain honors, we raised the bar. We wanted to give 3 different flavors. Honors through experiential learning, honors through research, honors through innovation. So students who get into the trimester model, they are the ones who directly work towards honors through experiential learning. Once they get into second year, third year, they can then decide if they want to move towards research or innovation. That's a choice they would have. So the trimester model is built in such a way that it directly leads to honors through experiential learning. When you're into a regular semester model, you have to work on additional 5 courses and then take up 20 more credits in order to get the 183. That will give you a regular honors, right? It will not have access to get you honors through experiential learning. So this is the kind of honors flavors we give to the students. Now let us get to that point of CGPA and why these degrees are. A lot of your friends, a lot of your elders, cousins who are already in the industry, they keep telling this point that CGPA is not a big number. You don't have to worry too much about it. Percentages are only just numbers on a degree. How many of you know Siemens as an organization? Siemens. It is one of our very popular recruiter. And way back in 2019 itself, when they came for the first time, they offered us a 12 lakh package. 2019 12 lakh package was a good package, right? And it is a product-based company. And you know what their selection criteria is? You cannot even apply for Siemens if you do not have 9 CGPA from 10th class till BTech. Forget about interview, forget about test, you can't even apply. Now you may get back to that question, why is that number so important? Why CGPA is so important? Skills are more important, right? That's what everyone says. That's what every person says. Every industry person, even our Prime Minister keeps saying, skill is more important, skill is more important. Then why is this CGPA so important? It is very true that to get into a job, you should be skilled. But what CGPA tells the interviewer is your mindset, your attitude. Why your attitude? That's because every semester when you work on a bunch of courses, you might have some courses which are so interesting for you. You might have some courses that are not so interesting for you. But irrespective of your interest, irrespective of any other parameter, you might have put in so much effort to maintain that CGPA throughout. And that needs consistency. That needs determination to maintain certain standard, no matter whether I like it or not, no matter whether I am able to do or not, no matter whether I am in good health to do it or not. Irrespective of all the parameters, if I work hard every year to maintain certain CGPA, that shows consistency. That shows determination. And that's exactly what industry needs. I cannot recruit a student who comes in and says, oh, I only work on projects that I like. Other projects I don't want to work. How does an industry recruit such a person? An industry can only recruit a person, no matter which project you've given, whether they like it or not, whether they are passionate or not, they should be able to work on it. They should build the passion and then work on it. If they do not have something internally, they should build it over the period and they should work on it. Do they have that attitude or not is what is more important. And that attitude is shown by these numbers, these percentages. That is the reason why the CGPA is important. That is the reason why degree, that raising the bar of the degree from a normal BTech to a BTech honors through experiential learning is important. That will make you stand out in the crowd. That will give you an opportunity to get into an interview. Once you get into an interview, then you showcase your skill set. Then they look into your portfolio. So you get shortlisted, you have that CGPA, you have the degree, then they shortlist you, then they look at your portfolio. Then they will realize that you have got these skills. Then they will interview you. So when you demonstrate that skill set, then they will give you that job. But the entry, the gate itself, the entrance itself is your degree and the numbers. Without that, you don't even get an entry pass. So it is important we focus on these parameters throughout our 4 years, right? So with that introduction to academics, What I'll do from here is we are scheduling an exclusive academic orientation tomorrow and day after tomorrow and Monday for all the students. A 3 hour exclusive orientation where we will show you what all courses are there, how we take up multidisciplinary learning, how we take up AI into every course, what kind of levels we move into, how do we work on full stack, how do we work on VLSI, how do we work on smart manufacturing. So an exclusive dedicated academic orientation will be scheduled for a 3 hour duration for the students, and the schedule will be notified by Principal Freshman Engineering Krishna Reddy Garu. If parents are also interested to attend that, please attend. There is no rule that you should not attend. And at this point, I also wish to clarify that a lot of parents, when they join their students in KL University, they come with a mindset that, oh, my job is done. I joined my student, I joined my son in KL University, I joined my daughter in KL University, now they'll give the job. That's a false notion. All three of us must work hard for your student to have a fantastic career. The student, the faculty, that is the university, and the parent. The parent's job is not done yet. When they are at home, you should keep an eye on them whether they are able to focus or not. You should keep an eye on them to see that you're providing that ecosystem at home for them to learn, because they have to come to a class prepared. So building that ecosystem is extremely important for parents at home, even if the student is at hostel. Ecosystem building is not about giving infrastructure. Ecosystem building is about communication. So parents should constantly be in touch with the students, talk to them, check whether they are all right or not, because this is an age, 17 years, 18 years is an age which is very vulnerable. You should constantly speak to students. You should constantly talk to them, see whether they are all right or not. Be the best friends for them and ensure you talk to them openly about various aspects. See that they are all right, because sometimes with so much of workload, so much of hard work that they are putting in, so much of ambitions that they have, they might undergo a certain stress. So talk to them. Talk to them clearly. Tell them that you're there to support them. And we also do that. We also tell them that, see, we have to work hard, but that doesn't mean we're not there to support you. At every step, we are there to support you, no matter what happens, right? So only when you as parents from home and we as the other parents from the university support them, that is when they can move forward. So make sure you stay in touch with the university, you communicate with the university, you visit us at least once every semester and sit with the counselor of the student, sit with the HOD of the student, talk to them, understand what is happening. See, a lot of parents, when I say this, they'll say two things. One, they'll say, what do we understand? We don't understand all this. You don't have to understand all this, right? When you speak to us, you get a general, you're experienced enough to get that general thought process. That is what is more important. And the second thing is, why should you talk to us? A lot of parents say that there is no problem with my son. He's getting good marks in every course. So why should I come to the university? We are not asking you to come to university only when there is a problem. You should visit us once in a semester to understand what is needed for the student. Even if he's doing well, you should still understand what is he doing, what is the future looking like, what is the roadmap that he's focusing on. Is there anything that you will have to do for your student at any point of time, right? So please take it as a responsibility to visit us at least once every semester. Sit with the counselor, sit with the head of the department, talk to them, talk to the student if there is anything else you can do for them, right? So with that focus from the parent, the student, and the university, let us ensure that we give them the best of the career choices they have. And our students, usually, a lot of them think that, oh, should I plan for higher studies? Should I plan for placements? That is not a choice you would make now. You are not thinking of placements. You're not thinking of higher studies now. Your focus while you're in the university is to learn, to become technically strong, to get the right mindset, to be able to communicate well. When you do this with honesty, when you showcase all this with honesty, by end of fourth year, you will have in your hand some 6-7 fantastic opportunities, 6-7 placement offers, 3-4 master's opportunities, and then you sit back, you then decide what to go for. All the students who get placed in our university, they don't get into jobs. Only 60%, 70% of them get into jobs. The remaining 30-40%, even though they had fantastic offers, they go for master's programs. So it happens both ways, depending on what the situation in the fourth year is. So your focus is not, you do not decide now on what is, should I go for masters, should I go for placements? This is a wrong misconception that a lot of students have. If I'm going for masters, I don't have to work towards my placement. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? If you go for masters, don't you have to work for placement? What do you do after masters? You still have to get into a job, right? So masters or placements, the focus is on thorough learning. Your BTech program is a program that demonstrates, that creates a career for you. And that is the reason why it is an extremely important part of your education phase to stay honest and hardworking and showcase every bit of it at every point of time and take your journey forward. With that note, I thank everyone for their precious time and for their patient hearing. I wish you all the very best in your career, and I'll stay in touch with you as we go forward. I'm looking forward to see all the students in the next orientation session. Thank you.
So thank you, sir, for throwing light on the promising and potential academic structure for the career building of the students. Thank you so much. We request parents and students to spare few more minutes as we are about to conclude the program in coming 10-15 minutes. It is now my privilege to invite distinguished administrator, whose meticulous oversight
All the students and parents are requested to stay back 5 more minutes. We'll close the session. The last important points are there. How we have to execute the sessions from next day onwards, and what are the rules and regulations are there to follow the registrations for odd semester. Please.
I invite Dr. K. Subbarao Garu to share university overview and code of ethics to our newbies, sir.
Good afternoon to all the parents and students. I just take 5 minutes of your time. Till intermediate, all the students, more than 95% of the students used to by heart the courses and used to get very good CGPA or percentage, with which parents also think that their children, their wards, can do similarly in their higher studies also. The essence of the last 2.5 hours to 3 hours orientation that was held, it is with the purpose of giving basic structure how the student need to travel in the coming 4-year span in their respective departments. If parents and students knows clearly how their journey going to be, then their journey will be smoothful and peaceful in their travel of these 4 years. Completely the way you need to learn is different from what you have practiced in your intermediate. The entire essence of what sort of curriculum is there,
how that will be imparted to the students by the faculty, and what sort of active learning mechanisms student has to participate. Very briefly, it has been explained by the Director Academic Research just now, and in the coming orientation sessions, the students will be in detail explained about it. If you meticulously follow that, then the student will become strong in academics. Then number 2, Dean Skill Development has clearly explained what sort of skills are needed from every student from that respective department, how the skills are embedded in the curriculum, how global certifications student has to complete it. Once the student meticulously adopts and follows those guidelines and directions and execute them, then student becomes very strong in skilling. Academics, skilling, so subsequently those orientation sessions in due course of time in this semester and on regular basis in various semesters will be given by the Dean Skill Development, who has explained about the skilling structure half an hour or 1 hour back. Then coming to the student, what is the need of the requirement society is how effectively the student able to communicate, how your attitude is, and what sort of behavioral skills and other things you have developed for overall personality development. All these things will be taken care by a division under the headship of Dean Student Affairs, along with Student Activities Center Director, so that how the students will be involved in the hobby clubs, how the students will be involved in technical clubs, and what sort of development activities in the university, whether through NSS or whether through society related social service, or the students we send to the different villages, what we have adopted to identify the problems and providing the solutions, etc. If student successfully follows them and implement them, then you become strong in overall personality development and in your communications and soft skills. That will be in due course of time will be explained by Dean Student Affairs and the Director Student Activity Center. Then student has to involve himself or herself in research activities in the departments. There is a separate division established which is headed by Dean Research and Development. Through various programs, systems, students will be involved in various research activities in their respective departments, including participating in various international conferences, including publishing papers from the student end, basing on the outcomes of the projects, what you do in regular courses through the methodology of project-based learning. If student involves effectively in them, then student becomes strong in research. And there are various systems in the university which are being monitored for the excellence by means of a division called Quality Division, and Dean Quality takes care of how effectively all these systems are being implemented in the university. So many facilities in the university which are mapped to academics mapped to skilling, mapped to research, and mapped to the roadmaps designed for the development of the student, whether it is for placement, whether it is for higher studies, whether it is to become entrepreneur in the university. All these systems in those red maps are mapped to various physical facilities, and all those physical facilities are taken care by a division called Planning and Development Division, which is under the headship of a senior director, Planning and Monitoring Division. Then there is a division which is exclusively available for getting placement final outcome to the students, and we are getting last 20 to 23 years 100% placement basing on the work, various training programs, various interactions, internships, what we have through that division. That is headed by another head, that is head international relations and placements, and various senior directors associated with that particular division. In brief, just to tell, student journey is 100% effectively designed by the university. But it depends on you, the student, how effectively you grab them, understand them, and become a part and parcel of those systems which ensures your success by the end of your career. Why parents also need to know very effectively all those systems and this entire journey of your awards is your support at each and every stage of this student journey is essential. You will not understand the entire structure, entire system of this university on a single day like this. But this orientation is meant for giving you a overall picture of how the journey of the student will be. And I am very sure in due course of time, every orientation what the student undergo in due course of time will have its impact on the development of the student. Parents, from your end, you need to take care of whether the students are achieving those outcomes, and it is your responsibility to see that your awards are effectively involved in that particular journey. This entire system, this university, for the past 46 years of its journey, honorable management, along with the support of the Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Pro-Vice-Chancellors, number of deans, number of directors, supported by their team. It is a full-fledged established system for ensuring the success of the student. I congratulate every student on becoming a part of this university, and I thank every parent for showing confidence on our university. On behalf of the management, the entire team of this university, I assure every one of you a very, very bright future, and university is committed to see that your future will be in accordance with your dreams. I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity. On the very first day, as I said, the parents and students, I wish every one of you a very, very best of luck. Thank you, thank you, thank you, one and all.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Only 2 more minutes. everyone is aware what's going on for the next 4 years and what is the outcome after completion of those 4 years also. Now I would like to reveal some more important points, what we have to do from next day onwards. That's very, very important. Everyone is waiting for that up to this time. So today orientation is completed. So tomorrow onwards there is a classwork. That's we are calling as a bridge courses. The timings for that classwork is morning 7:10 to 12:50. Only morning session. There is no classwork scheduled on afternoon session. The entire KLUniversity engineering program for all 4 years, first year and final year, we are scheduled the classwork in the morning session only. There is 7:10 to 12:50. But there is a condition for hostel students. There is a special timetable will be there. The residential students. So it's applicable for day scholars 7:10 to 12:50 for first year and final year, irrespective of the program. There is ECE, CSE, biotechnology, whatever it may be. For all second year and third year, there is a general shift 9:20 to 5:30. For all first years, all 6 days are working days. There is no first Saturday, second Saturday. Please forget about all those Saturdays, special Saturdays. All 6 days per week is working days for first years. Per day, 6 hours it can be scheduled in the timetable. Per week, only 36 hours. Each hour is 50 minutes. So there is a working hours for the first years. For final years, out of 6 days, only 5 days are working. 1 day week off will be there. There is some students it is a Friday, some students it is a Thursday. Like that is not fixed for a particular day. So based on the branch it may varies. So 5 days working day for second year and third year. And they are having per day 8 hours. So 40 hours timetable will be there per week. So this is the execution pattern by KLUniversity for engineering programs. So all first years be ready as per the timetable which is given to you per day, only 6 hours maximum. After working hours, so how many are using the college transport? So all are hostelers only, there is no need to explain about transport buses or something. So remaining part, you are all aware of hostel rules and regulations and how we have to pay for hostel payment. Most of them are paid one term fee or entire year fee also. The remaining rules and regulations you have to follow the hostels. I would like to give one important point about the hostel. So we are providing the faculty in the evening slot also 6 to 8:30 on all the working days. So all the students are requested to utilize that services. There is not a study hours. The faculty are available in the lobby of the respective hostel. So who are having the doubts when you are doing the homeworks or studying the particular content, please come to the ground floor and utilize that services in the timings from 6 to 8:30 on every day. Who are teaching for the particular courses, those faculty are available in the hostel on respective working days only. And one more important point I would like to share. So once you are registering the courses in the odd semester, means regular semester of the year, for each and every section, each and every room, there is a recording system is there, live capture system is there. Those records are available in the portal. That username password is given to all the students. In your respective section, what are the classes are conducted on the particular day, those all the videos with audio is available in that portal. If anyone have a slow learner or not comfortable in the classroom to listen, okay, you have to repeat that video any number of times to get more perfect in the particular concept. Okay, these two facilities are available for all the students. Please try to utilize those facilities for your betterment. Next important point, sir, what you have to do from next day onwards, what type of books you have to purchase for attending the classes. So from tomorrow onwards, there is a bridge courses. It's not regular semester. For 1.5 week, we have to continue these bridge courses. For bridge courses, 2 or 3 long notebooks are enough to attend the classes. After that, in the next weekend, we will start the registrations for original semester. Sir, what is the meaning of registration? So you need to submit 2 type of documents before going to that registration. One is all your original certificates, 10th, inter, transfer certificate and conduct certificate or study certificate. All these 4 certificates originals you need to submit in the register office, room number C006, and get the acknowledgement after submission of those original certificates. Please keep that acknowledgement in the safe location. So that is equivalent to your original degrees. And one more point is there, Xerox copy set of 5 papers. One is your admission letter, Another one is your 10th marks memo, long memo. Another one is your intermediates memo, and followed by Aadhaar card and APAR ID. APAR ID card also. These 5 papers you need to submit in FED office in location F004B. If you are complete these 2 process by today itself, so next day we will generate 3 types of credentials. One is your ERP. Balu, please open ERP. ERP portal username and password. Sir, what is the meaning of ERP? It is a college portal. Each and every attendance and transactions, financial transactions, and your results and your registrations, everything you have to use by using that ERP only. That website is this newerp.kluniversity.in. For each and every student, we will give that username and password. So once this username and password is generated by verifying those all the documents, okay, you are qualified for getting the admission or not. Okay, you have to pay the tuition fee, remaining balance. The most of the students are paid 50,000 at the time of admissions reservation. Is it right? Remaining amount you have to pay once the portal is ready. In that portal only you have to pay that amount. And the next point, generally we have to use the communication by using Gmail. But once we are joined in KL University, we will provide our own domain email address to you. Your ID number @kluniversity.in. The type of new ID we have to create and provide username and password of that email ID. From tomorrow onwards, once you are creating the ID, up to the end of your BTech program, each and every official communication we have to send to that mail only. We never used your personal Gmails for communication purpose. And don't trust WhatsApp messages also. Only official communication we have to communicate to only your KL University mail ID. Once you are created that mail ID, that username and password also you have to share within 1 or 2 days. And you have to reset that password. One time password only we are giving to you. You have to reset that password and safeguard that account by changing the password. And all of you please listen carefully. This point is very, very important to you. If any mails you are receiving to that KL University mail ID from other sources, don't trust those mails. I will give the example. Some mails we have to receive from unknown Gmail accounts stating that we are organizing some internship programs to you and we have tie up with KL University, or we have tie up with Wipro, or we have tie up with Infosys. We are taking care about the placement training for you up to the end of your 3rd year. You have to do the registration by using the following link, or you have to pay 3,000 rupees or 6,000 rupees by using the following QR code. Like the type of mails we have to receive. It is a practice from the last year and before last year, and newly joined students also receiving the type of mails. Please don't trust those mails and don't pay any single rupee to the type of QR codes or links. If any amount you have to pay KL University behalf of any heading that is called transportation fee, hostel fee, or tuition fee, or any fines or any certifications, you have to pay by using only this portal. We never take any cash from any student for any heading, and we never use any other links like as a QR codes. So some cybercrime mails we are receiving to trap the student, to get the money from the student at the beginning stage of the BTech program, they are sending that mails. So some people, without knowing this type of information, they are paying the amount of 3,000 rupees in the hurry mode. They are doing that hurry mode also. Today is the last date. I am the director for the placements. You are not paid up to now. So now it is a 5 p.m. 5:30 we have to close that link. You will lose that opportunity. Please pay immediately. Like that type of warnings also they will give through phones or through mails or something. Please don't be trapped in that type of concept. We never use any type of other links other than this portal. That's why tuition fees also remaining amount. Once the portal is ready, we have to pay in that portal. Okay, so all the receipts are available in that portal. So if any the type of third party payments, KL University management is not responsible for that. That's why day one itself we are giving that information to you. If you have any doubt, all the students are reporting to the campus on daily basis. If you have any that type of doubts or their clarification is required, feel free to contact me. Sir, this is a genuine link, or this is a genuine concept or not? Is this a KL University tie-up is there or not? We want to do the registration here or not? Like the type of any doubt clarification is required. Okay, we have to contact us. Any teacher or any counselor or principal, my doors are always open in the room number F114. Okay, feel free to contact us before paying any rupee. And most of the cases, any unknown links, please cross check the sender. Any mails you are receiving, please cross check the sender mail. If it is a Gmail, don't trust that mails. The mail is at the rate of KLUniversity.in, means official KL University person is sending to that mails. Then only we have to cross check what is the content of that. But payment we have to done by using the new ERP portal only. Any official mails also. So please be careful regarding the type of financial frauds. Okay, don't trap in that type of motivations like internships and placements. And next point is, sir, my ward is once got the admission, they are forcing to purchase a mobile phone with a high end, like a iPhone 17 Pro or Samsung Galaxy or like the type of phones. Is it important to carry that mobile phone to the college as an academician or principal to the freshman engineering department? Mobile phones are not allowed to the campus, and we never used any communication to the mobiles or WhatsApps in the academic environment. So all are the hostel students, sir, we want to purchase for further communication. It's good. I'm not against the usage of the mobile phone. In the academic zone, mobile usage is restricted. So they have to keep their mobile phones in the hostels in the safest location, and they have to attend the classes without mobile phone. Sir, what is the problem? These all are the Gen Z batch. Okay, we are in 2026. What is the use of why you are not restricting the mobile phones? For each and every classroom, there is a CC cameras in the high end. Okay, HD quality. All the classrooms, they are having two cameras. One is the front view and another one is from the back view. The entire all the first year classrooms monitoring 50 inches TV is there in my room. All the free time I'm monitoring each and every class, how teacher is teaching or how the students are behaving in that class. In the most of the cases, there's an experience. Most of the students are opening their mobile phones when the class discussion is going on and the technical content, very, very important technical content is going on delivered by the faculty. Mobile phones are opened and the desk they are operating. What type of operation they are doing? WhatsApp messages, replies, and Instagram reels, and some people are playing the games, addicted for the games and playing the games. Okay, the type of addiction is there when you are using the mobile phone in the classroom. So lakhs of rupees you are paying for the education, but they are wasting their valuable time by editing that mobile phone in the classroom. By seeing all these environments in CC cameras, that's why we are recommending that mobile phones usage is not required for the academic environment. In the classwork is going out of 24 hours, we are scheduled only 6 hours per day. Remaining 18 hours they are free. 8 hours per sleeping, 10 hours they are free. Whatever the content they want to use in the mobile phone, they have to use in those 10 hours. So please, my sincere advice to the parents and as well as the students, don't carry the mobile phones to the classroom preferably, and don't use the mobile phones in the academic zone for your betterment in the knowledge gaining. Is it clear? And one more important point, sir, laptops are mandatory. Some people are saying, is it mandatory for all the students? Yes, it's mandatory. When you have to buy? The bridge courses will schedule up to the next week end. So original semester will start on August 3rd, Monday. So all the students are requested to be ready with the laptop from August 3rd onwards. From day 1 onwards, we are using the laptop in the classroom itself. So all students be purchase any i5 or i7 latest configuration. We are not providing any stalls here. You have to purchase through online or any wholesale market. Choice is yours, which company you have to select, but laptop is mandatory for the class. And one more important point, that is called dress code. Sir, any uniform is there? Uniform is not there, but dress code is there. What is the dress code for boys? Is all formal dresses with the tuck and shoe is mandatory. Otherwise, there is a monitoring team is there on roads. Today also you cross checked for inquiring where is R&D theater or something. Vigilance officers are available. More than 20 people are there other than the security guards. There is a safari uniform is there for those people. Safari dress they are wearing. Those people we are calling as a vigilance officers. They are taking care about the dress code of the student as well as discipline of the student in the entire campus in all the working hours. So they will always questioning you why you are not following the dress code, and they will bring your ID card for sending to the student affairs section or something. Please try to avoid all these situations. Please follow the dress code with formal dress, tuck and shoe for boys. For girls, chudidar with chunni. Okay, this is the dress code you have to follow. And some people are saying, sir, what is called registrations for odd semester? So next week end, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we will open the registrations. Registrations is nothing but for tomorrow bridge courses, you have to report to the FED block. FED block, everyone knows there is a first year engineering department is there, starting building of the gate 1. So first we have to report tomorrow morning 7 o'clock to the block. So we will guide you where we have to sit for all these bridge courses. We will guide you the room number and everything. For the entire 1 week, we have to sit in the same room that is fixed, which is assigned by us. After that, once the registration is done, registration is nothing but, suppose 20 sections we will open for first year, first semester. All the 20 sections are free at the starting level. We will give the option to the student to select the section. So we are not fixing the section. So all the 20 are available at the beginning. Students will come and they will check, sir, I want to select S1 section. 6 courses will be there in the first semester. All 6 courses I want to select S1. S. Some other student will come, sir, I want to select S5 section. Sir, on what basis they have to select the section? Before 2 days of the registration, I will provide the option form. Option form is nothing but how many sections are there, how many subjects are there, which subject, which section, which teacher is teaching. The type of option form I will provide to all the students to their KLUniversity mail ID. Based on the teacher, based on the subject, they will select the sections by their own interest. We never force them. Okay, sir, how they have to select it? For each 4 sections, there is a cluster. Cluster is nothing but a group. 1 to 4 sections are one group. 5 to 8 sections are one group. If one subject I want to select in S1, first section, another subject I want to select in S2, another subject I want to select in S4, another subject I want to select in S3. So within 4 sections for 6 subjects, they have to select in the zigzag manner is allowed. Suppose I want to select in the second cluster, only one cluster we have to select for selecting the zigzag method. Sir, all the subjects I want to select only one section is also allowed. Choice is the student. They have to select based on the faculty. Once the registration is done, timetable will be generated. Based on the timetable, student will attend the classes for the entire semester. That is called registration process for regular semester. When first semester is completed in the month of December, in the second semester also the same process will be going on. If all the remaining sections will be removed, again we will do the fresh registrations. In the first semester I selected only S1. In the second semester we will remove that S1. Different subjects, different faculty. Again we will provide the option form. Based on the faculty which is available for the second semester, they have to select the different sections. Once the registration is done, that can be applicable for only one semester. Like this type of registrations will be happened 8 times in the entire BTech program for each semester. So some people have a doubt, sir, when we will pay the tuition fee? Before registration of this art semester, you have to pay the remaining balance of the tuition fee. It is a prepaid process. For the second semester, again December. Please remember, it's a 2 semester concept. Every July and December is the default. So some people or parents are claiming that, sir, you are not informed in advance for readiness of that payment or something. It's a default. Every academic year, July and December. Date may vary, but month is fixed. So all of you be ready as per your requirement of the payment every July and December up to the end of your 4th year. Okay. So I will give the awareness and orientation before starting the registrations also, how you have to select and what type of method you have to follow. But all of you please be careful regarding all this type of financial frauds or something. Please don't be trapped in that. Okay. If you have any doubts other than this, okay, I am available here. You can talk to me in person based on your requirement or questions. Otherwise, we will close the session by today. Okay. Thank you for your patience from starting to ending. Okay. Thank you very much for from the behalf of the management and staff and students of freshman engineering department.